Sometimes a second chance is not given to save yourself. Sometimes it is given to save your children. When her life came to a tragic end, fate unexpectedly sent her back in time, back to a moment when everything could still be changed, when the mistakes had not yet been made, when the future had not yet been written. Now she is willing to do whatever it takes to protect her children from the fate that once awaited them. But can she succeed when the most dangerous person in her life is the very man her children call their father? The Dragon Clan is the most powerful race on the Samar continent. Dragons are incredibly majestic and dangerous. They command ancient magic, and though their numbers are few, these dragons are exceptionally mighty, serving as the sworn enemies of humanity on the continent. The reason for the war between the two races has long been buried in the dust of history. No one knows what triggered it. Humans desperately tried to fight back, but the endless cycle of conflict between humans and dragons has ravaged the continent for hundreds of years. In such a brutal struggle, there are no real victors. The prolonged fighting led to countless losses and disasters on both sides, with everyone paying a heavy price. Negotiations were out of the question. Knights used every ounce of their strength and every tactic available, at the cost of their lives, leaping at a dragon's face, trying to neutralize its vision with their blades. No compromises and no mercy. With a single breath, a dragon is capable of incinerating hundreds of knights. Yet for hundreds of years, neither side could determine a clear winner or loser. After laying waste to entire armies, a dragon collapsed on its belly, coughing from its severe wounds. Today, the battlefield is littered with the fallen from both sides. The dragon closes its eyes. Its head was covered in deep gashes. But the struggle continues. The dragon fell beside many knights who perished in battle. As it crashed down, clouds of dust surged in every direction. In the year 1733 of the creation calendar, Leon Kazmod, humanity's strongest dragon slayer, was ordered to deploy his forces and lead the army to assault the Silver Dragon clan. The young man stands in black armor with gold trim, a confident look in his eyes. The hilt of his sword glints in the sunlight as his blue cloak flutters in the wind. The people were determined to take down the Empire's #1 enemy, the Queen of the Silver Dragons, Rosweiss, a beautiful woman with long white hair and a dragon's tail. And then, Leon, the Empire's greatest dragon-slaying hero, was betrayed by his own countrymen. Battered and drained of strength, he knelt in a dark dungeon. He was shackled and taken prisoner by the Dragon Clan, but his spirit remained unbreakable. Inside the Silver Dragon's dungeon, illuminated by torchlight, Leon's cell was guarded by 2 knights with dragon tails, holding sharp spears. The sound of heels clicking against the stone floor echoed. A girl was heading their way. A purple aura followed behind her. "Your Majesty," one of the knights proclaimed. "Leave us. I want to speak with him in private," Rosweiss commanded. "Yes, Your Majesty." The Queen of the Silver Dragon smiled upon seeing Leon. "The great dragon has received the hero. How does it feel to be a prisoner of our clan?" she asked, spreading her arms wide. Leon, lifting his head, spoke desperately. "Just end me?" "Oh, looking for a quick way out," she said with a slight smirk. "It's not that simple. Wow, you're actually quite handsome. If..." The Dragon Queen examined his face up close, lifting it with her hand. Adding a few marks would be just perfect. She lightly grazed his cheek with her nail. "Stop mocking me. If you're going to finish this, then do it quickly," Leon said, jerking his head away. "The more powerful you become, unless you're some pathetic anti-hero, the less you obsess over such trifles. How about joining our clan?" she said, tasting the trace of his essence from her finger. "Are you even worthy of me?" Leon said confidently with a mocking grin. The Dragon Queen narrowed her eyes and sent him flying into the dungeon wall with a single blow. The chain snapped and the wall shook. "Cough! Cough!" Leon coughed up from the impact. The wall right behind his back began to crack. "How dare a prisoner behave like that with me?" She placed her foot firmly on his chest. "Leon Kazmod, do you still think you're the great hero that thousands believe in? Still dreaming of wiping out our clan? Oh, wake up already, because you're going to rot right here, you total loser. Maybe you had a chance to come out on top in this fight, but that's just a lost opportunity now, isn't it? Unfortunately, you aren't a winner, and you never will be." "Rosweiss, don't underestimate our race," Leon hissed, baring his teeth. She wrapped her dragon tail around his neck. Lifting him off the ground, she said, "What a stubborn little human." Leon began to gasp under the pressure of the tail. Your Majesty," he managed to say, closing his eyes tight. "What? Want to beg for mercy?" she asked with delight, smiling. "From the very start, you made 2 mistakes. First, you shouldn't have stayed alone with the strongest dragon slayer. Second, you shouldn't have tasted my blood." Leon activated a hidden magic. Leon's eyes and the Dragon Queen's eyes both ignited with a red glow. Her tail immediately went limp. With a strange expression of confusion, she began to stumble backward. "It's so hot," she said, clutching herself. "Why, my body." She couldn't stay on her feet and fell to her knees. "What on earth is happening?" Her face turned a deep shade of crimson. "Your Majesty, very soon your life will bring nothing but intense longing and pain until the end of your days," Leon said, standing over her. The Dragon Queen couldn't resist the magic and lunged at him. What is going on?" Leon had a look of total shock on his face. Her face, is she overwhelmed with passion? The Dragon Queen reached out for him. An hour later, their belongings were scattered across the dungeon floor. The Dragon Queen opened her eyes, and it was clear the magic had worn off. She stammered, not understanding what had happened. She turned around and spoke in a rage. "This man, what did you do to me?" Meanwhile, Leon was leaning against the wall asleep. Waking up, he said, "The blood curse and a forgotten magic that can only be used once in a lifetime. You tasted my blood, and now our souls are bound together. When I die, the curse will turn your life into endless agony." Nonsense. If this spell only triggers after your death, then what just happened? I couldn't have predicted that. I thought it would just be terrible pain after I died. I didn't expect there would be such side effects. "Shut up," the Dragon Queen interrupted, blushing deeply. "But if I remember correctly, dragons are monogamous creatures, right?" Leon said with a slight smile. "It turns out that after I'm gone, the great queen of the silver dragons won't be able to find a new partner, won't be able to leave any offspring, and won't even be able to explain the reason to her people. This forgotten magic is much more powerful than I thought." With a spiteful glare, she said, What were you saying? Your Majesty, great queen of the silver dragons, that I'm no winner. Well, you haven't won either, because your lineage ends with you." "You bastard," she screamed, lunging at him again. "Still want to kill me? Queen, you shouldn't bother. I'll be dead soon enough anyway. Live with your hatred for me and with endless pain. This is my curse, my revenge." The Dragon Queen put her luxurious outfit back on. "You're just a lowly human. Why take revenge in such a despicable way? And now he's planning to just die here. How reckless." As she spoke, magic began to pool in her hand. She placed a certain seal on Leon's chest. Leon Casmode was the strongest dragon slayer. He lay unconscious in the Dragon Queen's bed. When he was only 5 years old, he killed a rabid dog with his bare hands. He was noticed by a professional dragon slayer who took him under his wing. When he turned 10, he entered the Imperial Dragon Slayer Academy, and just 4 years later, he graduated as the youngest student with the best results in history. At the age of 15, he stepped onto the battlefield against dragons for the first time, wiping out a swarm of enemies. During the campaign, Leon reclaimed several provinces for the Empire and reached incredible heights. Leon was known as the strongest dragon slayer and the Empire's only hope. Until he was captured. 2 years had already passed in captivity. Leon opened his eyes. "Ah!" he shouted in fright. Struggling to catch his breath, he said, Where am I?" He was in a luxurious room decorated in pink. The door to his room cracked open, and a little girl peeked in. "Oh, you're finally awake," she said. "How cute," Leon said, completely shocked. "I see. It all makes sense now. I must have gone to heaven for my great deeds, so..." Holding his head, he spoke. Pointing a finger at the girl, he continued, "You must be a legendary angel." "What's an angel?" the girl asked. Leaning down to the girl's eye level, he said, "Hello, little miracle. What's your name?" "Mun," she replied happily. "That's a lovely name. By the way, why does an angel have such unusual hair, black and white? Mom said my name means the moon. Do angels have parents too? And my name is Leon Casmode." "Oh, I know. Leon means lion," she said, hopping slightly with her arms raised. "Who told you that?" "My mom told me that too," she answered. "No way. Can I ask what is your mother's name?" "Rosweisa." Leon turned to stone instantly. "Your mother is the queen, then that means You're my daddy," Muin replied joyfully. Leon felt like he was struck by lightning. He stood there, jaw dropped, unable to move a muscle. "Daddy, is this really my child with Rosweisa?" he said, clutching his head. "Oh, boy. Mom, Daddy is awake." Leon turned around in terror. "Yes, I know," Rosweisa said. Muin, who also had a dragon tail, ran into her mother's embrace. "You finally awakened, Leon," she said. "Mom is probably really happy to see you, Dad, because she visited you every single day." "Ha, that's right. No way I'm buying that." "Muin, go play outside for a bit. I need to have a talk with your father." "Okay. Is she really our daughter?" "Oh, do you have doubts? She is our biological daughter. But you hate me." Rosweisa shut the door using her tail. "Why did you have her? Why did you save me? You've been in a slumber for 2 years. Did you really think I'd just let you go? And did you bother asking for my opinion? We're different. We shouldn't be together. and I never would have laid a hand on you under any other circumstances, he said angrily. Oh, so sharing a bed with me is such a torture for you. Damn right it is. Roswitha ensnared his leg with her tail and tossed him onto the bed. What are you planning to do? She began to move over him. Stripping his clothes away, she said, I want to leave my dragon mark on you. Stop it! This mark will be your brand of shame. From this moment on, you are my prisoner, and you'll never escape me again. When your naive little people see another mark on you, what will they think? Will they see a hero or a traitor? Why go this far? Still don't get it, Leon? The concept of a dragon's obsession has always been a mystery to scholars. Their revenge, in human terms, is a mix of paranoia and madness, generally far beyond human comprehension. I want you to spend the rest of your life in disgrace. This feeling, he thought, his face reddening. To the Queen of the Silver Dragons, it was a great honor to turn Leon, the ultimate dragon slayer, into her own servant and partner. Well, let's get started. Although it seemed unbelievable by human standards, this was her draconic revenge on the Slayer, the Silver Dragon Castle, a massive, majestic fortress in shades of white and blue. The Queen seems to be in a great mood today. Haven't you heard? Her husband finally woke up, two castle workers whispered to each other. Listening in on them, Leon thought, what the... Did she seriously tell everyone we're married? You girls have no clue how awful your queen really is. She drained the life out of me all day and night. My bones felt like they were going to snap. I, Leon, will never submit to this, he said, clenching his fist. There are 4 guards at the gate. Escaping from here seems impossible. But why are there so few guards in the entire castle? The situation has changed completely after 2 years. It's strange. Leon noticed something. Where did this hole come from? Is it a trap? He peeked through the hole in the wall. Through it, he could see a way out. Whatever, I'm overthinking it. I have to get out of here at any cost, even if it's a trap, I have to try. Farewell, you lewd dragon queen. As for Moon, as cute as she is, she has to stay here for now. Mom, look, Daddy's in the doggy hole. That's so cool. Yes, I see him. He's such a cutie. Roswitha was relaxing, sipping her wine. When is Mommy going to go and snatch him back? Moon asked, clenching her little fists. You shouldn't speak about your father like that. It's very rude. How should I say it then? She asked, tilting her head. Bring him back, Roswitha replied with a smile. A while later, Leon was sprinting through a grassy field. I can already see the borders of the Empire past those mountains. I've made it pretty far. That crazy woman won't catch me here, right? He said, peering into the thicket. Suddenly, his expression changed drastically. It was clear he was in total shock. The reason was Roswitha, soaring toward him in her dragon form. You're quite the runner, Leon, she said as she flew toward him. Ah, damn it. She zipped around behind him at high speed. It must be fun to play with me like this, right? I've had enough fun. Don't you think your escape was a bit too easy? Who do you think helped you past the guards and left that hole for your getaway? Even if they told me it was a trap, I would have tried to escape anyway. I just didn't expect you to catch me so easily. What do you think will happen when you return to human territory? You have my mark on your chest. Do you think they'll still see you as a dragon slayer? Then I'll start my life over from scratch as an ordinary person. That's much better than being your prisoner. Ha! You have no idea what a favor I've done for you, she said, spreading her massive wings. She snatched him up with her massive claw. Ah! Leon screamed. Let me go. Where are you taking me, you dragon? If you want to go back so badly, I'll give you a hand. 3 hours later, near a border town of the Empire. While flying over the Empire, she dropped Leon from the sky. Falling fast, he crashed through branches and leaves before hitting the trees. He landed on a thick branch, hitting his head. Clutching his head, he groaned, That hurts. But as soon as he opened his eyes, he saw his empire right in front of him. Is this a human city? He asked in surprise. That's right, it's your empire, Roswitha said, standing beside him. Do you feel like you've truly returned to your home soil just by stepping on this land? But Leon, you can't go back there even if your homeland is so close. The mark on his chest began to glow at her command. It was visible even through his clothes. Oh, I forgot to mention that when one of the mark holders desires to reunite, a certain reaction occurs, she said, approaching him. You feel that heat spreading through your entire body now, don't you? You can't hold yourself back anymore, can you? Do you want to give in right here? Yes, do you know why we're here? I want you to feel this disgrace and intensity right in front of your own hometown. Think I'll lose my mind over something like this? He said, clutching his chest. I will patiently wait for the chance to repay all this humiliation twice over, he said, grabbing her hand. At those words, she was momentarily stunned. Fine, she said, closing her eyes and smiling. I'll be looking forward to that. In the outskirts of the Imperial City, someone was sitting under a large tree. With a relaxed look, she was putting her outfit back on. I enjoyed your performance. Leon turned his back to her, quietly shedding a few tears. How about we visit this place every month? She asked. What? You've completely lost your mind if you think you're going to keep draining the life out of me. Sick, you see right through me. We're going back. Our daughter is waiting for us. She unfolded her wings. Wait, as a dragon slayer! I don't want to be dragged along, so I'll walk back myself. Oh, but the trip from here to the castle takes 3 hours by air. On foot at human speed, it'll take a whole month. 10 days, or maybe 2 weeks. Don't underestimate human endurance. I wonder how long you'll last. Her wings vanished. Some time later, panting heavily, Leon pushed through the tree branches. Huff, huff, he had a look of total exhaustion. Tired? Just ask, and like hell, who said I was tired? You're only good at acting tough, she said with a mocking smile. Something cut Leon off as they both noticed something nearby. A squad of dragon slayers on horseback was passing right by them. Perfect, these guys can help me get away from this. Then he suddenly saw Rossweiss's furious expression. No, if I call for help, she'll slaughter them all. Squad, halt, a knight said, sitting on his horse. Are you lost? Leon and Rossweisse were standing right behind a tree in the bushes. No, we're just taking a walk, Leon said, scratching his head. I can't drag innocent people into this. This forest isn't the best place for a stroll. There are a lot of hostile creatures around. How about I escort you? The knight said, dismounting. By the way, my name is Volker. I'm the captain of the 47th Dragon Slayer Squad of the Imperial Army. He extended his hand in greeting. I appreciate your kindness, but we can handle ourselves, Leon said, waving his hands. Don't come any closer. You look familiar. Have I seen you somewhere before? Immediately after that, Rossweiss's gaze turned fierce. Turning his head back, Leon noticed she was starting to gather her magic. This is bad, he thought, grabbing her hand. Sir, you must be confusing me with someone else. He pulled her close to him. I have a pretty common look. Even my wife gets confused sometimes, right? He whispered to her. I'll go back with you. Just please let them go. The knight looked at the sweet couple and couldn't think of anything else to say. Ha ha ha. In that case, I won't get in the way of you lovebirds, he said, waving as he left. The squad began to move away from them. Done hugging me yet? She asked irritably. Ah! Realizing what was happening, Leon jumped back. Leon, you weren't stupid enough to ask them for help after all. You need to realize your situation. Just because we have a daughter doesn't mean I'm your wife. As if I'd ever want to be your husband. We're heading out. We still have a long way to go. Leon grabbed his arm and groaned in pain. There was a strange redness on his arm. He collapsed to the ground like a sack of potatoes. Rossweisse turned around, puzzled. Fainted? Humans really do have such fragile bodies. She began to transform into a dragon. Grabbing his shirt with her teeth, she tossed him onto her back. I'll just take this as a request for help then. The next morning, the Dragon Clan castle. Ugh! Leon started to open his eyes. Daddy, you're awake, Muin said, standing by the bed. Ugh, how did I get back here? Mommy brought Daddy home. Damn it, she caught me like prey again, he said with a grimace. Huh? He noticed his arm wound was bandaged. I bandaged Daddy's boo-boo, Muin said, her eyes sparkling. Scholars always said dragons were a fierce race, full of bloodlust from childhood. Even though my daughter has obvious dragon traits. She shows no hostility. She even treats me like a father. Is it because she's a mix of human and dragon? Great job, Muin. You did well. He stroked her head. You're so sweet. You shouldn't grow up to be like your mother. And what exactly is wrong with becoming like me? Rossweisse asked, entering the room. Nothing, he replied, looking away. Mommy, I bandaged Daddy's wound just like you told me to. That is exactly what you should be doing. Yes, Mommy. What a strict mother, Leon thought. Muin, want to play hide and seek in the garden? I'll start looking as soon as I count to 100, okay? Daddy really wants to play hide and seek with me? She asked, joyfully. I'm different from your mother, so let's get started. 1, 2, 3, no, Daddy, don't count so fast. 4, 5, Muin dashed out of the room. Hey, now it's your turn. What? Rossweisse asked. Aren't you being a bit too hard on the kid? We're dragons. We all go through this. Only through strict discipline can you raise a worthy warrior. But she's not a pure-blood dragon. Besides, Muin is adorable. Can't you see that? She is a dragon, and your words are insulting to our race. You're pretty cute, too, he said with a smile. Grabbing him by the collar, she hissed, You're just my toy. Quit annoying me. Leon's face filled with sadness. Good that you understand. I'm the Dragon Queen, and I have a lot of government work to do. So, taking care of our daughter is on you. She likes you, she added. I'm the Dragon Queen. I'm so busy. And here I am, a dragon slayer, responsible for childcare. Huh? Leon spotted someone behind the archway. Muin is still so naive. Do you really think I won't notice you if you peek like that? Found you, Muin, Leon said, pointing a finger. She didn't react at all. Is she upset? She had a very sour look on her face. Right, sorry for the wait. He said, awkwardly, scratching the back of his head. Moon, what's going on? Why are you running away? Leon bolted after her, but she vanished from sight. Gone? I just saw her right there. Predicting a kid's mood is seriously tough. No wonder Rosweisa put me in charge of watching our daughter. Ha ha ha, I caught Daddy, she said, jumping on his back. Weren't you just running away from me? No, Daddy couldn't find me, so I went to look for him. Did I make a mistake? Daddy, I want to show you something. Let's go. All right then. A second Muon was watching them from behind. They looked like two peas in a pod. She clenched her fists in frustration. Mommy deleted my Roblox. Too late, Daddy's got the belt. Muon sang songs and drew pictures. Leon sat nearby, smiling. It's a real miracle being the father of such a sweet daughter. Sooner or later, Daddy will help you escape your mother's claws, he thought, clenching his fists. Daddy, Daddy, look, I drew our family. You did great, you're truly my daughter. Is this... There were two Muons in the drawing. Why are there two of you? That's my sister. You have a sister? It felt like Leon got struck by lightning again. So it turns out I didn't just hit the mark once, but I did it twice? The girl in the garden must be your sister. I called her by the wrong name, not realizing it would make her mad, Leon said, clutching his head. I don't think Big Sis is mad, she's just a little shy. True, we haven't seen much of each other. That's a pretty calm reaction for a kid. It's all that dragon's fault for hiding my second daughter from me. I have to force her to tell the truth. Leon marched toward Rosweise's office. A small dragon was perched in her office like a parrot. She and the little dragon both noticed something. Rosweise! Leon burst into the room. The little dragon got spooked by how loudly he shouted her name. Where's Muen? She went to play with her sister. Man, you're really good at hiding the truth. When were you planning to tell me I have another daughter? Haven't you figured it out already? She replied with a smirk. You did a hell of a job. Well done. Gifting me two wonderful daughters at once, he said irritably. When I return to the Empire, I'm definitely putting your name on our family tree. Ha! Why do you think I kept her existence from you? Why? I think you got jealous because of how close I am with Muen. That's why you hid Noah from me. Are you really that worried about it? Nonsense! What father wouldn't be happy to see his daughter? Unlike you, I want to build a real relationship with her. Fine then, don't regret it later, she said with a snide grin. Leon went to the kitchen. It was flooded with bright light and had a very vintage look. Hey, hey, Rosweise, Leon said, picking up a knife. Today I'm going to win this war against you. He sliced into a white radish. Leon's first step to bonding with his eldest daughter was through her stomach. I used to make this cream soup for my squad all the time. They always loved it, so I figure it'll work for the kids too. Not bad. Still got the touch. She's definitely gonna love this soup. This food is delicious. Daddy is the best cook ever. Where's Daddy? The castle maids were watching him through the kitchen window. The master just recovered from his illness and he's already cooking for his family. Now that's a real man, one of them said. Your Majesty. Rosweise was holding her two daughters by their hands. But you're free for today. Take a break. Thank you, Your Majesty. Oh, you're just in time. They walked into the kitchen to see Leon. Daddy, what smells so good? Muen asked. I heard you love meat more than anything, so I made some stew and steak just for you girls. Noah, do you understand how I feel now? Leon thought. Meanwhile, she turned her head away in annoyance. What? Why is it going wrong again? He thought, frustrated. Rosweise expected this kind of reaction, which was why she hadn't allowed him to see Noah. This is your first formal meeting. Please, introduce yourselves to each other. Okay, Mom. I am Noah Quelke, eldest daughter of the great silver dragon queen Rosweise. I am 1 year and 2 months old. Dragons live forever, and their offspring grow much faster than humans. Hi, Noah. My name is Leon, and I'm your dad. Leon's second step to bonding with his eldest daughter was making a good first impression. Oh, is that so? She replied completely unfazed. Where is this coldness coming from? Is she really mad? Is she mad at me? Sis, be more talkative. Don't hurt Daddy's feelings, Muen whispered. But he looks like such a weakling. Are you sure this is our dad? Her words cut like knives. What a harsh daughter. Today, Leon suffered his first defeat on the path to becoming a good father. They say family dinner is a great time for conversation and discussion, but for Leon, today was a total ordeal. Even though they look alike, their personalities are so different. It's immediately obvious that Noah takes after her mother. Noah, do you like tonight's dinner? Leon asked hopefully. Bad, it's disgusting. Every word felt like a gunshot. Rosweise had just laughed, covering her mouth. Mom, why are you so happy? Your father has finally reunited with us. Seeing him this happy makes me happy too. Right, Leon? Why aren't you smiling? Ha ha ha. Of course, I'm thrilled to spend time with you all. Then, Daddy, can you cook dinner for us every day? Well, I don't want to share a meal with this dragon every single day, he thought. No, Noah said with a sour face. Why? Because I want to study at St. Hate Academy. Usually kids enroll there at 4 or 5. Why are you so eager to go there? Because I want to defeat all the dragon slayers. At those words, Leon choked on his food. It looks like this kid wants to take down her own father. Dragon hunters are extremely strong, Noah. You're still too little and you might get hurt, Leon said with concern. Don't treat me like a child, she answered proudly. You are a child. I think it's a pretty good idea. The sooner you learn the basics, the sooner you can head to the battlefield. Am I wrong, Leon, or do you have reasons for stopping her? If I keep fighting this, Noah is really going to hate me. I need to play this smart. No, I don't, Leon said, faking it. Damn it, it finally clicked. She wants to use Noah to pressure me right during the meal. Just you wait, Rosweisa. I'm still going to kick your butt, he thought, fuming with rage. Since your father doesn't mind, then it's settled. The entrance exams for St. Hate Academy will be in a month. During this time, he will help you prepare. Yes, Mommy. Family dinner's over. Sister, look, I have a round tummy. Hey, Rosweisa! She turned around. These plates are still dirty, Leon said irritably. Just let the servants clear them. It's customary for a couple to clean up after dinner together. This is the proper way to end a family dinner. Don't you want to create a family atmosphere in front of them, even if it's just for show? Rosweisa shifted her gaze to her daughters. Fine, she said with a sigh. Muin wants to help too, she said, raising her hand. Come with me. Hey sis, where are you taking me? But Noah pulled her along. How are you going to help? She asked, taking off her apron. Rosweisa, did you really forget what I said 2 years ago? Never stay alone with the strongest dragon slayer. Leon, what are you planning to do? Their marks ignited. I used to get exhausted because of the long distances so you could control me, but now things are different. You think you can escape from here using this trick? She said, striking him with her tail. Who said I was going to run? Leon grabbed her tail. Ka! Rosweisa turned bright red. And what are you capable of now, Your Majesty? She fell to her knees. Your dragon nature makes your tail extremely sensitive. When I grab it, you become just like a kitten, weak and helpless. I found this information in your book about dragons. Rosweisa, you dragons strive to conquer and control everything. So how does it feel when you're the one being controlled? She was in total shock. Gasping for breath, she said, Get off my tail! Since I woke up, all you've done is trample my pride and treat me like a toy for your amusement. How about we switch places today? Leon, you bastard, she said in a rage. I wonder if Her Majesty's private moments with her family are over. The maids laughed behind the door. Wow, so clean. Did the prince tidy up? The kitchen was sparkling clean, but Leon and Rosweisa were nowhere to be seen. Keep it down, Your Majesty. You don't want the maids to catch us, do you? The queen, usually so majestic and powerful, has become like this. They were hiding in the closet. Great, then let's begin, my dear wife. 3 days later, Daddy's still asleep, is he dead? Just you wait and see. Noah stepped right on his face. Ah, he's not dead yet. Who treats their own father like that? Muin watched her father happily. Mom, Daddy's awake. When did I fall asleep? Need a reminder? Rosweisa said, turning slightly. I remembered. The dragon pattern was canceled out, and Rosweisa hit me pretty hard back then. This dragoness is so cruel. I would have died several times over from her claws if I were an ordinary human. But if you look closely, she's actually quite beautiful. Truly a dragoness over 200 years old. Why isn't Daddy moving? He just looked at our mommy and was stunned. This hairpin suits you quite well, Leon said, placing it on her. I didn't think you were so attentive. Have you done this with other women? Well, as a kid, and I used to groom the mane of a donkey my master kept. I was really good at it. Daddy, what's a donkey? Muin asked curiously. Donkeys are like dragons. They've got a tail and 2 ears. They're super stubborn and love to bray whenever they're feeling down, just like your mother. Right after Leon said that, she elbowed him right in the gut. Dad, you okay? I'm fine, Leon said, doubled over. Today's task, learn how to write your names. Daddy's going to teach you. You just dumped another chore on me without even asking. Yay, Daddy's going to teach us how to write, Muin said, waving her arms happily. Sister, let's run to the office. We need to find pens and some cool ink. What color do you want? Purple, Noah replied. My sister is visiting today. I don't want you hanging around right under her nose. What, you won't let me see your family? Leon, for now, you're a dragon who married into the Silver Dragon clan. You were in a coma for 2 years because of some illness and just recently woke up. If you want to meet my family, you'll have to play along with the identity I've cooked up. Got it, Your Majesty, he replied with total contempt. You dragoness? You think I'm just gonna listen to you that easily? Rosweise, I'm gonna embarrass you right in front of your sister, Leon thought. The nursery in the Silver Dragon Castle, a cute room decorated in pink tones. Just follow what I taught you. Like this. Leon demonstrated how to write by example. I wrote out your names. Please copy them by writing them out several times. But Mommy's looked prettier. Oh, come on, Leon said, sounding a bit discouraged. Where are you going, Daddy? I need to give something to your mother. I'll be back in a bit to check. Is he actually an idiot? Noah thought. But you seem kind of happy, Muin said. Not at all. Go and write everything down. Fast. The gates of the Silver Dragon Castle. Rosweise's sister arrived. Aisha Melkway, Queen of the Red Dragons. A woman in a red dress with flowing red hair. Little sister, long time no see, Rosweise said, jumping into an embrace. We haven't seen each other for a whole year. You've really blossomed. Really? Oh, stop, Rosweise said shyly. I heard your husband woke up, so why isn't he here? He's not feeling well, so he won't be able to attend today. Really? I wanted so badly to see the Dragon King who snatched my sister away. Usually dragons bond for money and power with no love at all. But since you married so fast and had kids immediately, your relationship must be incredible. Is marriage and kids really a guarantee of a good relationship? He doesn't attract me now and won't in the future, she said, blushing. She's still as fierce as ever, Isha thought with a smile. All right, it's been a while. Let's go to the garden and chat on the way. That's Rosweise's sister. Leon watched them through binoculars. I have a chance to find out the range of the dragon pattern's influence. Lately there's been some instability in the clan, especially with the Red Tribe King. He's very active. Constantine, really? Rosweise's gaze became more serious. Didn't he disappear a long time ago? Who knows, he's a hot-tempered dragon. Maybe he wants to take the chance to expand his territory. Suddenly, the mark on Rosweise's chest ignited. Not now, she thought, panicking. Did something happen? Nothing, keep going. Damn Dragon Slayer! The mark worked from a pretty long distance. Just in case we need to beef up the border security, I'll send Shinlong to you. If there's any news from there, the power of the dragon pattern is getting stronger and stronger. If this keeps up... Hey, little Roz, are you really okay? Your face is all red. Sister, I just remembered I have one thing to attend to. I'll be back in about 20 minutes, she said, trembling. Of course, do I need to go with you? No need, I can handle it. The dragon pattern, hey, the youngsters are really going all out with it. I want to see how long you'll last, Leon thought, lying on the lounger. Leon, she shouted, throwing open the door to his room. Hey, why are you back so soon? Did you specifically choose this time to activate the dragon pattern just to make me look bad in front of my sister? She said, grabbing his collar. Better for me to act all sweet and innocent to fool her. What's wrong with wanting you? What? She suddenly let go of his collar, and her entire face turned a terrible shade of red. Did it work? At least I've become unpleasant to her, right? Shameless. A defeated man dares to talk such nonsense. Keep your dirty thoughts to yourself. I came here to deal with him, so why did just a few of his words scare me, she thought. You got lucky this time. You won't get off so easy next time. Just one dirty word can make her helpless. The dragon pattern is one powerful thing. But why, when I picture her face, does my heart pound like crazy? Casmode, wake up and stop making up all this nonsense, he thought, clutching his head. The kids are still waiting for my return. Why isn't Daddy here yet? The Silver Dragon Castle. The knights were seeing Rosweise's sister off. Well, I'm off, she said, waving. Sister, be careful on the road. Take care of yourself. I hope next time you'll introduce me to your husband. Sure, we'll talk next time. The sister flew away with her dragons. Damn Dragon Slayer. I still haven't put him in his place. I'll teach him a lesson today. Sneezing hard, Leon thought, is that dragoness bad-mouthing me? The kids are already asleep. Leon tucked them in using a dragon fairy tale. Don't catch a cold, he said, covering them with a blanket. Where do you think you're going? Has my sister already left? Rosweise caught him on his way out of the room. We still have business for today, she said with a smirk. Follow me. No, Leon said, desperately resisting. The bedroom of the Queen of the Silver Dragons. Leon set down a basin of hot water. Here's the hot water, but what's it for? I walked a lot today, so my feet are pretty tired. Wash them, please. Huh? Leon looked at her in indignation. Stop acting up, do as you're told. This is punishment for your little stunt today. I'm a dragon slayer, yet I've been turned into a foot-washing slave. And this damn dragoness really knows how to entertain herself. I can't imagine how many corpses of dragon slayers she's already stepped over with these feet. Why is he staring at my feet, she thought. Could this be some kind of creepy habit? She turned completely red. Let's give you a soak, Leon said joyfully. He dipped her feet into the hot water. Too hot! Rosweiss kicked him right in the chin with all her might. Leon, you're intentionally trying to get back at me, aren't you? Haha, who was the one who asked me to wash your feet? Seems like you still have memory problems. You never thought that one day a dragon would step on you, did you? Damn it, stop. I want to see how long you can last. No, I can't give in to this dragoness's tyranny. Grabbing her leg, he said, I've tried pig's feet, cows, and even goats, but I've never tried dragon's feet. Eh? What are you doing? Today's dish is raw dragon feet. Right after saying those words, he bit her leg. Leon, I'm gonna kill you! A scream echoed throughout the entire estate. The next day, the daughters woke up. Mom, why are you limping? Oh, it's nothing. Dad, why do you have a bruise on your face? It's no big deal. Oh, you guys must have played some fun game without inviting me. I want to play too, Muin said with sparkling eyes. The garden of the Silver Dragon Castle. Leon and Rosweiss were walking near some beautiful flowers. Look, the queen and the prince are on a date. What a cute couple, the maids whispered among themselves. But why do I get the feeling Her Majesty and the prince aren't that close? Why did it come to this? Isn't it because, a short while ago... Huh? What walk? Why should I go for a walk with you? Leon remembers her invitation. Your job is to maintain the illusion of family bliss in front of outsiders, she replied. What's up with Rosweiss today? Usually she doesn't take the initiative. What's her plan? Daddy is so silly he can't even hold her hand. The kids were watching them from behind the trees. I'll help them, Muin said, full of determination. Wait, leave them alone, Noah said. Mom, Dad. Muin, why did you follow us? When you walk, hold hands. Muin joined their palms together. Now I'm going to go play with my sister. Where did the kid pick that up? Ow, ow, I was wrong. I won't do it again, big sis. Please let go. This is a bit unexpected. What should I do? Okay, it's fine. Just hold it like this. You're being too submissive today. It's actually making me uneasy. Get used to my good side now that I've figured out how to handle you. She's always been the queen in the eyes of others. I didn't expect her to be flustered by something as minor as holding hands. Maybe her strict mother persona is just because she doesn't know how to get close to her kids, Leon thought. By the way, in your presence, the girls call you Mother. Is that an issue? Well, it makes sense if they call me Dad. Then they should call you Mom. Muin always calls me Dad, Mike, but she calls you Mother. Don't you feel like she's acting distant with you? Is there really that big of a difference between Mother and Mom? Of course. Why don't you ask them to call you Mom? Believe me, the girls will get much closer to you. I get it. I'll try next time, she said shyly. Hey, where are you rushing off to all of a sudden? Leon, are you homesick? Why ask all of a sudden? It's not like you'll let me go back anyway. I can't let you go home, but I can ease your longing. The castle storehouse. They stood before a massive wooden door. What's this? I haven't really given it a name. You can just call it a storehouse or a utility room. Whatever you want. It doesn't matter. The dragon's treasury, then? They went inside. In the Empire, this could be sold for at least hundreds of thousands of gold coins. My grandmother gave me this bracelet when I was younger. A beautiful green bracelet was on display. Besides the trophies, there are things here that are important to me. By the way, I never heard you talk about your family, besides your sister. I never saw my parents. My sister and I were raised by our grandmother. Oh, sounds like me. I grew up in an orphanage and never met my parents. I was adopted by a teacher and his wife. So why did you bring me here and what did you want to show me? He asked curiously. I have something that will make you forget your troubles for a while. Black gold armor? Leon was incredibly surprised. You wanted this armor back, didn't you? In the chest lay that very same black gold armor of Leon's. I hope this isn't a dream. Are you really going to give it to me? Yeah, you're right, she replied with a sly smile. As he touched his armor, a blue light washed over him. An enchanted dragon mark? Black gold armor? You're almost like family to me. How did you end up under her influence too? Haha, I totally played you, Leon. What did you do, Rosweiss? A seal activated beneath them. I placed a dragon mark on the armor, enhancing its properties. When you touch the armor, the seal activates. Damn, Dragoness, I was too careless. Now the effect of the mark has doubled, she said with a smirk. Oh, my dear Dragon Slayer, can you handle this? Falling to the floor, he thought. Damn it, I can't move. The heat down there is stronger than ever. Did you think I didn't hold a grudge when you got the upper hand over me? For the past few days, I've been thinking about how to get you to lower your guard and get my revenge, but I didn't think fooling you would be this easy. And how do you like my acting skills? They're pretty good, right? So everything you said today was a lie? About never seeing your parents, about letting Muin call you Mom and Muin and holding hands. No, that's all true, but it doesn't change what I'm about to do to you now, Leon. What were you saying back then? Whether I like winning? Yeah, I love it. Sometime later, finally it's over, he thought, shedding a few tears. Noticing she was staring at him intently, he asked, "What's the matter?" Compared to 2 years ago, the scars on your face have healed a bit, but you look more worn out from life's hardships. On the other hand, you've started looking more like a mature man. No, you're trying to charm me again. It won't work a second time, he said, turning away. You've gotten smarter, but Leon turned back around. Your health isn't as good as it used to be, she said with a snide grin. Leon, you're not in the same shape as before. You've lost your edge. Not as good as you used to be. The next day, exhausted with dark circles under his eyes, he spoke. Coming. Good morning, Rosweiss said, arriving with Noah. With a slight smile, she said, Looks like you didn't get enough sleep. That's all because of what you said yesterday. Really? I don't remember. Here we go again, Noah thought, holding a large book. The entrance exam for St. Hate Academy is very strict. You should start teaching her about dragons right now. After all, you can still prove your worth in certain areas. Damn it, I was just in bad shape yesterday, he said angrily. I'll train Noah so she passes that exam, but in return, I want something of equal value from you, he said, pointing a finger at Rosweiss. Why not, but your request better not be over the top. A promise is a promise, he said with a smirk. Well, dear, you should study hard. I'm not talking too much, okay? She said as she left. You're finished, Dragoness. What were you and Mom fighting about? Oh, that's just our usual talk. Wait, what did you just call her? He asked, surprised. Mom, did she ask you to call her that? Do you personally like Mother or Mom better? Mom. Ha ha ha, I told you you'd like it. Leon was genuinely happy. Noah blushed deeply, looking at her father in total surprise. When do we start studying? She ran off. Hey, Noah, wait for me. The nursery in the Silver Dragon Castle. Leon sat there, pondering something. It's so late and you haven't even hit the sack yet? Rosweiss asked. Noah has a real knack for learning and perception, so standard teaching methods won't cut it for her. I'm planning to systemize the necessary knowledge and turn it into test questions. Now, I have to work nights to get it all done, but I'm a pretty smart guy, so I'm sure I can have her ready for the exam in a month. No surprise there. After all, Noah is following in my footsteps, she said with a smile. Not necessarily yours, he replied with a matching smile. I was a genius dragon slayer. I took first place in theory and practice every year, snagged all the scholarships, and reached the highest level in school, Leon said proudly. What about you, Your Majesty? Were you the best at anything? He always seemed like an ignorant human to me, only good for fighting and killing, but I didn't expect him to be a top student, she thought with contempt. You're strong. How did you manage to end up as my prisoner then? What the hell? I just lost that one time! One wrong move can lead to eternal regret. Now, in these tough times, even a dragon can push a tiger around. Scared a dragon might get the better of you? Huh? A chili pepper. Some yellow spicy peppers were lying on Leon's desk. And what are those for? Oh, these... I grabbed them from the kitchen to perk myself up. Wait, those are yellow dragon chilies. You're human. I'm afraid they'll be way too... Completely ignoring her, he took a bite of a pepper. It's so spicy, gah! The pepper was so hot he literally started breathing fire. Water, water, water. There's no water in here. He started rushing all over the room. Rosweiss placed her palms against his cheeks. My hands are cool. Maybe you'll feel better. She couldn't look him in the eye out of embarrassment. Rosweiss's fingertips were icy and it felt so good where they touched. He relaxed and closed his eyes. Not harsh or irritating like ice, but a soothing chill. Thanks, I'm okay now. Right. Both turned bright red and avoided looking at each other. Go to bed early and don't eat too many chilies. Otherwise, you'll be explaining things to your daughter using hand signals. Got it? Got it? Actually, I wanted her to touch my face just a little bit longer. Wake up. Rosweiss is a wicked dragon who trapped you, drained your last bit of energy, and then laughed at your helplessness. Even thinking about it is twisted. I need to find a way to recover quickly. Leon started going through the books on the desk. Red dragon fruit has a blood-regulating effect. That's not it. Lotus grass, taken internally, can regulate digestive function, and if used externally, heal injuries. None of this is it. Great dragon power. A highly effective health remedy with the effects of harmonizing yin and yang, nourishing and strengthening the body. Found it! This is it! He said, looking at the book joyfully. The next day. Noah, I checked the test you took. How many points out of 100 do you think you got? Birds were sitting outside the window. 50, she said unblinkingly. 62 points, more than expected. Are you unhappy with your score? This kid expects a lot from herself. She should have been playing carefree like Muin, but she chose to go to school to study. You got 62 points on your first try. That's very impressive, he said, patting her on the head. Thanks. Now let's focus on these mistakes. Leon suddenly coughed. Sorry, did I really eat too many chilies yesterday? Now my throat hurts. To stay focused, I went overboard with the chili. Last night, Leon was putting together a study plan for you. Even though that idiot seems unreliable, he was a top student. Noah remembered what her mom had told her. But last night he ate very spicy Dragon Clan yellow peppers to stay awake, so it would be weird if his throat was fine. This is for you, she said, handing him a green box. For me? Mom asked me to give it to you. Please tell her thanks for me. This kid is just like Ross Weiss. She looks cold, but she just doesn't know how to express kindness. And now, back to the books. Yeah, father and daughter got a little closer. The kitchen of the Silver Dragon Castle. Some sounds could be heard from behind the door. Prince, here are the herbs you asked for. Good, bring them over. I specifically asked for extra herbs so they wouldn't catch on to what I'm doing. The ingredients needed for making great dragon power are fairly common, and the purification steps aren't too complex. But then why does it say here that even the most outstanding pharmacist of the Dragon Clan has little chance of success in making this medicine? Crush and mix the herbs you want to use, then pour these herbs into a pot and boil them. A few hours later, damn it, it failed again. Why is this so hard? I followed the recipe every single time, and every time it went sideways on the last step, purification and separation of the remedy. The book describes a high-temperature separation method, but too much heat will kill the medicinal properties, while too little won't be enough to stabilize it. It's impossible to separate the remedy just by shaking it by hand. I need professional equipment for this. Master always said that if one way doesn't work, look for other paths. But are there even any other ways to do this? Thunder struck loudly outside. The sky was covered in clouds. Was that thunder? A storm is about to start. Thunder, darn lightning, lightning. I remember. Once in chemistry class, the teacher said that electrolysis can sometimes lead to a better result than boiling over a fire. Electrolysis is a process where substances break down into their components under the influence of an electric current. Electricity wasn't mentioned in the book, but maybe I can try using it. I'm the best at lightning magic, even if my magic is only partially restored. This is more than enough for this kind of manipulation. Leon placed his hand under the flask and started running electricity through it. Half an hour later, finally, in his hands was a small bead. Making Dragon Clan medicine is actually pretty easy. Daddy, what are you doing? Muin asked curiously. Something good. At first, Leon didn't realize it was his daughter standing there, catching him in the act. Holy moly, Muin, he said, jumping in surprise. Is that a candy in Daddy's hand? Nothing, he replied awkwardly, stroking her head. It's medicine Daddy made for Mommy. Medicine for Mommy? Is she sick? No, I just noticed she's been busy lately, so I decided to help her out a bit. Don't worry. Then Daddy has to take good care of Mommy. Of course, that's exactly what a daddy should do. I'll take real good care of her once I recover, he thought. A heavy downpour with lightning and thunder began outside. I wonder if Dragon Clan dietary supplements have any negative effects on humans. Whatever. Better not to think about that right now. Leon was lying in bed when he heard a sound outside the door. Your Majesty, why are you here? He said, jumping up. Our daughter said you made some medicine to regulate my body's functions, and it looked like a piece of chocolate. So I've already been busted, he thought with a ridiculous face. Don't sweat it. I'm not here to interrogate you. I'm just surprised you could whip up medicine even in such a simple setup. Can you show me what you made? She said, moving closer to him. Even if I said no, you'd probably force me, he said, handing her the box. Not bad. You're truly amazing, Leon, to craft great dragon power and such a perfect one under these conditions. What does that mean? A scholar and a warrior with a weapon? Did she just not mock me? He thought. You can keep it, but you can't take this right now. Huh? Why? He said, catching the box back. As a tonic for the dragon race, this stuff is way too potent for a human body. Is this drug really that strong? Just a friendly reminder. A human body can't handle that kind of power. So what if I don't have dragon power? I've defeated countless dragon kings. You think I can't handle one little pill? Rossweiss, don't underestimate me. He swallowed the pill. Courage is humanity's anthem. Leon, She reached out for him, but it was too late. The pill took effect. You idiot! I hardly ever use healing magic. How are you? Let me try to neutralize the pill's effect. Leon tensed up, grabbing his shirt. He grabbed her hand, preventing her from using magic. Damn it, don't move! Watch closely, Queen of the Silver Dragons. This is the courage and determination of humanity. Small bolts of lightning began to crackle all over his body. A very bright blue light shone from their windows. Ah! Leon screamed. Lightning coursed through his entire body. Using lightning magic on his own body? What kind of crazy stunt is he pulling? His yelling stopped and he began to fall. Leon, Rosweiss caught him as he fell. Insane, she said, placing his head on the pillow. Stay here, I'll call a doctor. Leon's face was flushed bright red. As soon as she turned around, he grabbed her tail. What are you... she said indignantly. Hey, wifey, where are you going? He said, pressing his face against her tail. Who are you calling wifey? She turned completely red. Let go this instant. I don't wanna. I'm not letting my wifey go anywhere. Wifey! Wifey! The strength of the medicine was only supposed to strengthen his body. There was no mention of losing his mind. Maybe the lightning element's power changed the effect. Since he's acting like a fool now, his life probably isn't in danger, right? Wifey, 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 he muttered, clinging to her tail. All right, tell me what you want from me. Sweetheart, I want to have more children, he said with a goofy smile. Huh? Hearing this, she blushed and her eyes bugged out. You can't even keep track of 2 and you want more? Give me a break. I want more children. To avoid a hassle, it's easier just to agree. Fine, not just a 3rd child, but we'll have a 4th and a 5th. Then you have to come to my hometown with me. We'll go back there once we get settled here. Great. Now he's even more annoying. Wifey is so kind. He reached out to kiss her. No, don't even think about taking advantage of this situation, she said, pushing his head away. When will this medicine wear off? Idiot, she punched him in the jaw with all her might. Oops, I couldn't help it and hit him too hard. How are you? She asked with a very guilty face. Darling, I don't feel so good, he said, clutching his chest. This is bad. She saw the dragon mark activating on both their chests. Why did the dragon mark suddenly activate? Leon, you dimwit, what have you done? I really don't feel well, honey. I'm hot and out of breath, he said, panting. The dragon mark and lightning magic only heightened his biological urge to procreate. My wife's tail smells so nice. I love it. If this keeps up, My tail's been dragging on the ground all day. Get off already. Milkway, you look absolutely stunning today. You think just saying that will... What's happening? His behavior has drastically changed. Such madness and masculinity are hard to resist. Is it possible I don't mind this? She thought, narrowing her eyes. Wifey, you can help me out, right? Fine, but only for tonight. Leon opened his eyes and saw Rosweiss in front of him. You awake? Ah, why are you here? Ah! He screamed in fright. My whole body hurts like hell. What happened last night? I vaguely remembered. You don't remember a single thing. But you surely remember something, right, Dragon Slayer? So many marks, like did I do all of this? Oh no, he screamed, clutching his head. Remember? You literally begged me to do this with you last night. Sweetheart, let's do it one last time, okay? Wifey, I feel so bad, please help me one last time, I'm begging you. Wifey, you... Stop, don't repeat it 100 times. I remember everything. I originally made this medicine to stay in shape and teach her a lesson. But I didn't think this stuff would be this effective. All right, I admit it, I went too far last night. Did I hurt you? It's fine. Now I think you've seen whether I'm in good shape or not. Don't say I'm not good enough later. Rosweiss climbed onto the bed and leaned in close to him. Taking his face in her hands, she said, I was very satisfied with last night. I hope you can keep it up, Dragon Slayer. Huh? Do I work in the service industry now? He was in shock. Ah, right. About the change in how we address each other. You won. Thought about what you want yet? Yeah, I thought about it, he replied, scratching his head. Can you send someone to the Empire to check on how my master and his wife are doing? Well, we silver dragons aren't exactly great at waving things around, but if it's just a visit, I don't think there'll be a problem. Really? Then thanks. Ahem, thanks for the help, he replied, pretending not to be excited. The garden of the Silver Dragon Castle. In front of him was a frame decorated with green plants. Daddy, are you sick? Muin asked. No, why? He said, peeling his back away from the chair. Mommy said Daddy took the medicine he made yesterday. Daddy is a man and men can't say they're feeling bad. That dragoness. How could she tell a kid about that? Do I have no dignity left at all? But Daddy still doesn't look too good. Is it because the medicine didn't work? Or did Daddy not take enough? Muin, stop with the questions. It's a bit rude. Ah, Daddy's bleeding from his mouth. Daddy, I can't live without you. Please don't die, she said, hugging him. Don't worry, it's okay. As expected, she really is Rosweiss's daughter. No wonder they're similar in some ways. How about Daddy makes you a new toy? Yay, toys, I love toys, she said joyfully. Leon made a homemade Rubik's Cube. There we go, this little toy is called a Rubik's Cube. You can twist it however you like. Let's give it a try. Yay! In school, during alchemy and mechanics classes, I learned a few principles of simple mechanical joints. I never thought I'd be using that knowledge to make a toy for my own kid. Was I really born to be a babysitter? Suddenly, Leon felt something. Turning around, he saw no one. Daddy, is something wrong? Nah, nothing. Just now, I felt the dragon's gaze on me. That direction. Is that where Noah's physical training is? But she's unlikely to come to us. I should probably make one for her, too. A toy for Noah. Try to solve it. A Rubik's Cube was lying on the table. What an idiot. I have no interest in these kinds of childish games. But, she thought as she began to solve the Rubik's Cube. Thank you so much, Dad. She solved it incredibly fast. Noah's keepsake box. Sister has been acting a little strange lately. She often hides things in a box under the bed without telling me anything. Let's see what Noah has here while she's out. Detective Moon begins the investigation. A piece of black gold armor. The name written by Leon, the Rubik's Cube from Leon. Ah, it looks like they are all related to Daddy. Aha, I get it. Big Sis actually feels good about Daddy. Noah stood up behind her. Don't snoop anymore. Taking the box away, she said, St. Hate Academy is an educational institution for the Dragon Clan aristocracy. It maintains incredibly strict requirements for its applicants. Having a family is one of the mandatory conditions. At St. Hate Academy, it is believed that regardless of how a child was brought into this world, whether through asexual egg-laying or traditional birth within a pair, only within a harmonious and loving family that upholds draconic ideals can a qualified young dragon be raised. The Academy only accepts students from such backgrounds. With the goal of creating the illusion of a harmonious and loving family, the Queen of the Silver Dragons decided to take the entire family on an outing to take a family photo. They traveled to the Sky City. They weren't the only ones there. Plenty of other families and dragons had flocked to the city as well. Let me catch you, Noah said as she slid down from her mother's back. Rosweiser was currently in her dragon form. Daddy, why didn't you turn into a dragon? I want to see Daddy transform. Ha 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 ha. My dear little girl, I'm great at taking dragons down, not turning into one. Just forget about that, he thought. You can't transform, can you? Noah asked. Well, Leon started looking back and forth between her and Rosweiser in a panic. Your father's body hasn't fully recovered yet, so he can't transform into a dragon for now. I'll let you know when he's better. Get well soon, Daddy. I'll try my absolute hardest. That's literally impossible, he thought. All right, let's head into the city. We've got things to do today. Whoa, look, there are so many dragons here. Slow down, don't run too fast. Leon started trembling uncontrollably. Is he shaking? Yeah, this must be the first time he's seen so many dragons since he woke up from his coma. What, are you scared? She asked with a mocking smile. Huh? Scared? Man, I'm on cloud 9 right now. First class bounty, second class bounty. Bounties are literally just walking the streets. I'm gonna be rich. All he saw above the dragons' heads were rewards. And here I was, actually worrying about him, she thought, clutching her head. Ha ha ha. Think of how much cash I'd get for bagging all of these. Welcome, Your Majesty, Queen of the Silver Dragons. It is an honor to serve your family. They were greeted by an old woman and a young lady. Look, there are so many photos of dragons here. Aren't you the queen? Why did we come to a shop to get photos taken? The Dragon Royal family can only command those of their own tribe, but the residents of the Sky City don't belong to anyone. Your status as a queen is kind of mid... He felt her heel dig into his foot. He grabbed his foot and started writhing in pain. In any case, I still outrank you, she replied haughtily. The old woman cut into their conversation and said, It is a great honor for us to take a family photo for the Queen of the Silver Dragons. Rosweiser replied with a smile. Everyone says you're the best when it comes to photography. We're lucky to have booked an appointment. Your Majesty, your husband's tail, the old woman said, pointing at Leon. He doesn't like his tail being visible, so I chose this specific outfit for him. No way over my dead body. This is a matter of honor. Rosweiser recalled Leon's words when she tried to make him wear a fake tail. I understood, Your Majesty. Then please come this way and try on the clothes. Muon wants to wear a pretty dress. A little while later, Muon and Noah were dressed up in their gowns. Whoa, Daddy looks so handsome, Muon shouted enthusiastically. Leon was dressed in a classic white aristocratic suit. This suit suits you very well, sir. You must have been quite popular in the past, the old woman said. Leon replied, Really? The last time I wore a suit was for my high school graduation. What do you think, Noah? He asked, adjusting his collar. Yeah, you look okay, Noah said shyly. Your dresses are cute, too. He patted his daughter's heads with a smile. Ross Weisse stepped out from behind the curtain in a sparkly black and purple dress. Mommy is so beautiful, Muin said in awe. Leon turned red and was left speechless by her beauty. What? Nothing. It suits you. I think it would be nice if you had a tail. I am never putting on a tail in my life. Mommy, Daddy, let's go. Hurry up, Muin said, waving them over. They were getting ready for the shoot. Time to take the photos. Your Majesty, sir, please move a little closer together. I don't want to, they both thought, keeping their distance. Smile on the count of 3. The whole family stood together perfectly in the frame. In the photos, they looked like a very sweet family. The old woman remarked that they truly looked like a couple. Right after that, Leon remembered his graduation. Leon, can I take a photo with you? Want to grab dinner with me? The girls wouldn't leave Leon alone back then. No, I need to get back quickly to trim the hooves of my master's donkey. I'll do all that next time, he had said. Later, meanwhile, a man with gray hair and a beard watched him. He thought, did that donkey kick him in the head or what? The scene shifts back to the family as they were leaving, with dragons flying over the city. A woman said, It'll take about 6 hours to process the photos. Your Majesty, you can take a walk around the city in the meantime. The whole family went outside, saying goodbye to the old woman. Sister, let's go see what's over there. The girls ran off somewhere together. I never would have thought I'd end up going shopping with you. This is new. It's all to maintain the image of the family. Noah is taking the entrance exams very seriously, and you've worked hard over the past month. It's good to get out and relax once in a while. They noticed something and were a bit shocked. That's too bad. If the girl had fired just a couple more times, she definitely would have hit it, said the man running the entertainment stall. Oh, they have games like this here? Leon said in surprise. Noah was fuming because she couldn't hit the target. Ha ha ha, exactly. In this game, you only win if you hit the bullseye. The bullets for this toy gun are made of magical energy that is adjusted in a specific way. It's actually a bit tough for Noah. I've seen people play this at the market. Would you like to try? If you knock down 10 more balloons with 10 bullets, you'll win 2 toys. Your daughters seem to want them, the man said. I specifically let the kids try so I could grab the parents' attention and make some big bucks, he thought, rubbing his palms together. Do you want those teddy bears? Leon asked. Not interested. Muin doesn't want them either. Right, so you definitely want them. Boss, give me 10 bullets. She's paying, he said, pointing at the pavement. It's been a while since I've held a weapon. Last time was at the Dragon Slayer Academy. I rigged the gun a bit, so no matter who's shooting, it's going to be real hard to hit the target, the man thought with a sly grin. Meanwhile, Leon hit every single target without even breaking a sweat. The man couldn't believe his eyes. I tried to aim with the first shot, but I didn't think I'd actually hit it. I got lucky. Is that even possible? Not bad. Daddy is so cool, awesome. Wow, impressive. Here is your prize. Thanks, boss. Take it and get out of here fast, the boss thought. These are for you. Thanks, Dad. Thank you. Leon might have some screws loose, but when he gets serious, he actually has a certain charm. Why is she looking at me? Oh, Leon, what are you up to? Mommy, I want that too, said a little girl in a woman's arms. Ross Weisse was holding a giant teddy bear. Ha 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 ha. Did you see the look on that shady guy's face? I totally showed him up. If I were you, I'd tell the girls not to waste time on childish games. We're out on a walk. It's good that they're having fun. And what's your problem? Since we're all out together, I couldn't let you leave empty-handed. I never said I wanted anything. Bears are just annoying food that doesn't really fill you up. But when they're plushies, they're actually pretty cute. Blushing from embarrassment, she said, Come see me tonight after dinner. It had already grown dark outside. The family returned to the castle. She invited me to her place. It's late and I'm all alone here. What's going to happen if I go to her? If you go, you'll have a rough night. If you don't go, you'll have a rough week. Damn it, I'm going in to face her. Is the door locked? Leon began to push the door open slightly. And where is she? He asked, looking around. It's still too early. She's in the shower. The glass is kind of see-through. So it looks like I'm really going to have to do that tonight. Get a grip, Leon. He started shaking his head from side to side. You're already here. Let's get started, she said, stepping out of the shower. Is she going to wear me out again? Leon thought anxiously. Sweet family moments after the photo shoot. Mommy and Daddy are such a wonderful couple, Muin said, looking at the photos. There's some kind of card attached to this photo, Leon said. What? Let me see. May the silver light always shine in the eyes of the one you love. Who's in love? Both of them turned bright red, looking at each other. There must be some mistake here. Please fix this photo. Yeah, definitely a mistake. The story moves to the Silver Queen's bedroom. She says to Leon, "Where do you want to do it? In the living room or on the balcony? The balcony isn't great, right? It'd be awkward if we were seen." "Then the living room, doesn't matter," she said, standing before the mirror. "Let's do this," Leon said, closing his eyes and taking a breath. "What are you doing?" she asked, watching as he lay down on the sofa. "Huh? I mean, you wanted this." His cheeks were bright red with embarrassment. "Mr. Casmode, are you unhappy about something? Tonight isn't a good time. Let's push this activity to another day." Getting up from the couch and clearing his throat, he asked, "What's the question?" This is a question from the test previously used by St. Hate Academy to evaluate viviparous families. They're all related to the lifestyle, personalities, and experiences of the partners. We need to prep the answers in advance. If we mess up, it could tank Noah's score. It looked like a typical couples test. There were basic questions like, what's your partner's favorite color, or what phrase does your partner say most often? Where did you go on your first date? "Hey, what color do you like?" Leon asked. "Black, and you?" "Silver." They both looked at each other, processing what was just said. "It's just a coincidence." "Yeah, a total coincidence," they said, blushing and turning away from each other. "All right, we need to check how well we actually know each other." "Got it. I've finished grading. Haha, my score is higher than yours. Looks like I know you pretty damn well." I didn't expect him to notice my little habits. For example, how I prefer to sit or how I comfortably position my tail. He's incredibly observant. Leon only messed up on questions regarding my opinions on certain matters. I'm used to keeping everything to myself and not saying a word about my surroundings, so his mistakes are understandable. Maybe if She's been staring like that for a while. Did my high score piss her off? Ha ha ha. We haven't been together long, so you can't get a high score right now, but it's fine, he said in a satisfied voice, touching her shoulder. For Noah's sake, please try to get to know me a little better. Enough with the nonsense. Now write down the right answer. She blushed and shoved the test in his face. By the way, did you mark the answer to this question as wrong? Have you really never been disappointed in me? No. To be honest, I got a bit upset recently. Last time, there wasn't enough dragon power. Ah, from now on, I'll be popping these pills instead of eating, so don't complain later. Then I'm looking forward to it. One day before the entrance exam. Good. After a week of hard work, we're averaging over 80 points on the test. If it stays like this, there won't be any issues with the family evaluation. Well, if that's all, I'm heading out, he said, getting up from the couch. Wait, Rosweiss grabbed his vest. There's a bathtub in my room. You can take a bath there and then come back. Take a bath in your room? He asked, surprised. If I say so, it means you need to go and wash up. Hurry up. She shoved him into the bathroom. Why does she want me to wash here? What's she plotting? He thought warily. But she's been super stressed about the entrance exam lately, so it's probably fine, he muttered, letting out a sigh. Whatever's going on, I'm going to relax first. Leon climbed into the hot bath. Ah, this feels amazing. He enjoyed the warm water like a kid. The door creaked open slightly. Rosweiss? She walked in wrapped in a towel, completely shocking him. Lately I've been feeling a lot of pressure and I want to... Speak of the devil, Leon thought. If you're under a lot of pressure, why the hell are you putting me through the same thing? He jumped up in the tub, splashing water all over the floor. Once I pass that pressure on to you, I'll feel much better, she said with a wink. Besides, didn't you come here with the same intention a few days ago yourself? You're not getting away, Leon. Just give up. She climbed in with him. Entrance exam day. St. Hate Academy. It was early morning. So this is what St. Hate Academy looks like. What's wrong? I helped you blow off some steam yesterday. Has the effect worn off already? Go to hell, she said, giving him an embarrassed shove. Haha, let's go already. Noah Quelk Melkey, Silver Dragon Clan, the woman from the academy said. Age, 1 year and 3 months, she asked, looking at the application form. Is something wrong? Any problems? No, I'm just a bit surprised. While the rules allow admission at 1 year old, in reality, the age of all applicants ranges from 4 to 6 years. Isn't your princess a bit too young for this? Our daughter is very smart. Her age is perfectly fine. We're simply respecting her wishes. I see. Please, come in. A special staff member will take her for the written test. Parents will need to head up to the 4th floor for the household evaluation. Conference hall, 4th floor. They sat on a couch facing 3 strangers. Based on your experience, do you think these 3 will be easy to deal with? She whispered. Well, that one in the middle would be easy to kill. Before you kidnapped me, I could have taken his head off in 50 rounds. If they dare reject Noah from the academy, they'll have to face my sword. What an impressive father, the man sitting across from him thought. I am Walter Winson, Vice Principal of St. Haight Academy. I'll be handling your evaluation today. Don't worry, just relax and answer our questions. This old guy looks like he's more than meets the eye. Nothing weird is going to happen, right? Do you remember when your wedding anniversary was? They actually asked that question, they thought, looking at each other. If they ask about our anniversary, what should we say? After all, we never officially got married, and I even ended up pregnant. If I were to talk about the day that left an indelible impression on me, it would be, it is currently the year 1733 since the creation of the world. May 25th, they answered simultaneously. That was the day Rosweiss and I got close in the dungeon. The kid is over a year old, and the wedding was less than 2 years ago. That's better progress than most families, Walter said, scratching his beard. Ha ha ha. It was love at first sight. Then things just clicked, we got hitched, and she got pregnant. It all happened pretty fast. Have you noticed any flaws or bad habits in each other over these 2 years of living together? Yes. No. They had to answer with a mix of truth and lies to make it sound believable. What's the deal? Sometimes I feel like I don't even exist. My wife is such a pro. She handles housework and family stuff like a boss, he said with a hilariously goofy face. But because of that, she's often stressed out, so I want to take this chance to tell her. I want to do my part for our family too. Just lean on me, and stop using me just to blow off steam. Remember that for the future, he thought. He's such an attentive and caring husband. So, Mrs. Rosweiss, what attracts you to your husband the most? The elderly woman asked. He's handsome, fit, focused, smart, responsible, loves kids, and knows how to keep his cool, she replied, blushing. And even though my health isn't quite what it was before the wedding, it's not an issue because my husband is great with medicine. He uses every means possible to help me. I'd also like to take this chance to tell you, please don't overwork yourself. What a wonderful couple, the instructors thought. And finally, do you have any questions for each other? This is an extra step. Whoever is asked must answer honestly, the elderly man with the long Mayoi mustache said. I don't have any questions. I know my husband perfectly well. What about you, Mr. Leon? The more you talk, the more mistakes you make. Let's just wrap this evaluation up as fast as possible, Rosweiss thought. You like the teddy bear I gave you, right? Why ask a question that has nothing to do with personality or grievances? His thoughts always catch me off guard. I loved it, she replied, blushing. Great, I'm glad, and he said, clapping his hands. Well then, let's wrap this up. The results will be sent to the Silver Dragon Castle in a few days. Thanks for the cooperation. A few days later, a small dragon flew onto the windowsill. Sister, dragon mail, Muin said. Let's see, Leon said, opening the package. Dear Noah, congratulations on passing the entrance exams and being admitted to our academy. Please come to the academy for registration and to attend the entrance ceremony in 3 days. My little sister is amazing, and my parents too. Everyone was overjoyed. Thank you. What's with the thanks? Most of this is thanks to Noah herself. She's definitely my daughter. To celebrate, I'm cooking up a feast today. You can come help, so people stop saying you don't exist in this family. All right. Man, you're so petty and always finding something to be grumpy about. St. Haight Academy, entrance ceremony. The beautiful academy courtyard was bathed in sunlight. Congratulations to everyone on passing the exam, and welcome to the St. Haight Academy entrance ceremony, Walter said. Many families attended the ceremony. Among the new students, many have outstanding results. We believe only families with true harmony can raise such students. Taking this opportunity, we'd like to invite them to share some of their experiences. And now, please welcome one of our top freshmen, Noah Q. Melque and her family. Whoa, Mom, Dad, and Big Sister are going on stage. Yes, Your Highness. How did I get into this mess? Leon recalled what happened an hour ago. Walter had said, Noah got the highest score on the exam, and you and your wife took first place in the family evaluation. Please, could you come on stage and give a speech on behalf of the freshmen and their families? Nothing we can do. It caught us off guard. We just have to grit our teeth and get through it. Noah, you're the youngest candidate, yet you scored the highest. What experience would you like to share with everyone? My mom is a super strong dragon. When I grow up, I want to be just as powerful as her. When I wanted to join the academy, my mom supported me. And my sister Muen, she was always there for me. I'm so grateful to them. What about Dad? Is she going to mention me? In conclusion, I want to thank my father most of all. He helped me prep for the exam every day, often staying up late to get materials ready. It's thanks to him that I'm standing here right now." Leon couldn't hold back his tears. "It seems Mr. Leon is a very good teacher. In that case, since your daughter is so grateful, why don't you give her a kiss to show your fatherly love?" "Vice Principal, what are you even saying? You want this entrance ceremony to turn into a murder scene?" he thought, turning around in shock. "A month ago, she wouldn't even let me touch her. How is she going to let me kiss her in public?" "Noah, don't be shy. We can just hug," he said, spreading his arms wide. "Hurry up. Let's get the kissing over with and end this mockery of a ceremony," she whispered. "Now that you mention it." Leon kissed her on the forehead. "We want to kiss sister, too." "Your Highness, you can't go up there right now." "Thank God we dodged a bullet," Rosweiss thought, letting out a sigh of relief. Good dragons are always grateful to their families. It seems the Melkay family gets along great. It's clear they're a real family. "You kissed your daughter, but as a model of a loving couple, you forgot to kiss your wife. How can that be, Mr. Leon?" "You old geezer, you're taking it way too far. I should have taken you out on the day of the exams," Leon thought as they both got heated. "But this is the most important ceremony for Noah. I've survived countless battles, so how could a small stage like this scare me? Come on now, my dear wife. We're the happiest, most harmonious family around, aren't we?" What? She whispered, totally embarrassed. "Do you really want to kiss me in front of hundreds of dragons?" "No other way. Noah and Muen are watching, so just play along. This. It's so humiliating. Even though we've shared a bed and held hands, we've never kissed, not counting that time 2 years ago. Why is he so calm? Like I'm the only one freaking out. Ugh, whatever happens, happens." Their lips almost touched. In the end, he just kissed her on the cheek. "I'll stop there." "Why didn't you kiss? One more. Encore," people shouted from the crowd. This is nice and actually blows off some steam," he whispered. "This guy? How dare he use me to blow off some stress? If we weren't surrounded by dragons, I'd bury him in the dirt," she thought, fuming. "Thank you for the joy and fun that this year's model family has given us. Please, step down and rest. Next up, the scene moves outside. All right, we're ready to pick you up next weekend. Take care, Noah." "I will, Mom. I want to stay with my sister. I'll miss you too. Don't forget to eat on time. Don't be a picky eater and study hard. If you don't understand something, you can ask me when you come home for break. Oh, and most importantly, if you get sick, go to the doctor and don't be stubborn. You know, I'm not a kid anymore. Your mother said those words when she was tipsy. Mom's too shy to say it to your face, so I'm saying it for her. If you run into classmates with bad attitudes, stay away from them. But if they dare to pick on you, just fight back. Your dad's got your back. Did you do stuff like that when you were at the academy?" "Yeah, but every time after a scrap at the academy, my teacher, my grandfather, would take me home and give me a lecture. But don't worry, your father won't give you a hard time over something so minor." "Yeah, I'll keep that in mind," she said, clenching her fists with total confidence. Silver Dragon Castle, the Queen's office, she turned on a lamp to make it cozy. Reading a book aloud, she said, "The blood curse is a forgotten magic that can be used once in a lifetime. It uses blood as a vessel, and the caster's life is the price for the curse. If this magic has been improved, it could be quite interesting to play around with." An unknown figure teleported into her room. "You're back?" "Your Majesty," said Shirley, the trusted maid of the Silver Dragon clan. "How's the investigation going?" "I'm sorry, there are no traces of Tiger Lawrence and his wife in the Empire. They've vanished. The information has been scrubbed clean. My subordinates couldn't track their location. According to Leon, his master was just a simple man from a farm, but it seems things aren't that simple. Keep investigating. If there's any news, report to me immediately, and don't forget your own safety." "Yes, Your Majesty." The story moves to a training session between father and daughter. "Come on, try swinging the stick like this." "Hiya! Ha ha ha!" Muen started clumsily swinging the stick. Rosweiss approached them. "Oh, Mommy." "Huh? You're already back from your rounds?" "Were you listening to Dad?" "Yeah, I'm being super good. Dad even taught me how to hold a sword." Not bad. Dinner's almost ready. I asked the chef to make steak, but go change your clothes first." "Steak! Yay, I love steak," Muen said happily. "Your Highness, let's go," said the servant. Steak, la la la." Slightly tilting her head, she said, "So you—" Leon, not letting her finish, pointed the stick at her. Rosweiss was a bit shocked. What, finally worked up the nerve to attack me? In the Silver Dragon Castle, pointing a weapon at the Queen is high treason and carries the death penalty. "It's just a stick, Queen. You're calling a stick a weapon? Weren't you once the strongest dragon slayer? That stick in your hands could be used as a lethal tool, couldn't it?" Leon just let out a heavy sigh in response. If you want to give someone a compliment, do it nicely. Why use sarcasm right away? Ha, who's complimenting you? I wanted to scare you, but what's the point if you won't budge? I don't think you can spook me with a branch, especially in your current state. Noah wrote to me yesterday. She said she's doing well and asked us not to worry. What? That's it? She took the initiative to reply to my letter. That's rare. Well, yeah, in that regard, you two are very alike. They sat on a bench and continued their conversation. She's always got that stern look on her face. You can never guess what she's thinking, but if you find the right approach, you can get along with her really well. Rossweiser replied, Actually, Noah looks up to you. Her mindset is typical for a dragon. Noah admires strength and craves it. In her eyes, you're a top-tier student, which is why she said she'll take first place at the academy. She doesn't want to lose to you at all, she said, covering her mouth and smiling. And here I thought she just saw me as some weak nerd. When you first woke up, Noah avoided you at first, right? But the truth is, she visited you often while you were in a coma. When I accidentally caught her, she'd make excuses saying she was going to see Muen. Ha ha ha, just like you again. She took off her heels to rest her feet on the bench. When they were little and started acting up, there was no one to comfort them. But whenever you were around, Muen and Noah would calm down immediately. Maybe even before you realized it, you were already connected by blood ties. Blood ties? That feels kind of strange, Leon said, looking at his hand. He got lost in thought, remembering the past. I'm an orphan, so I never felt parental love as a kid, and I don't know what family attachment feels like. When I was 5, my master and his wife adopted me. Even without a blood connection, they treated me like their own son. At first, I really felt at home, but from time to time, that feeling of missing something would show up. If only my master and his wife were actually my parents, little Leon said in the memory. Leon, you'll be a dad too someday, the master's wife said, patting his head. A dad? Really? Yes, you'll have your own family, tied together by family bonds, someone you'll love and protect. Yeah, now they're my favorite family in the world. What are you thinking about? It's time to head back, Rossweiss asked. Nothing. Thanks for telling me all that. Let's get going. Ha-ha. She lowered her feet from the bench, waiting for something. What? If you want to thank me, then help me put my shoes on. Huh? Leon gave her a totally ridiculous look. Help you put on your shoes? Not a chance. Wasn't it enough of a blow to my pride washing your feet, and now you're telling me to put your shoes on? Do you have any self-respect at all? I decided not to settle the score with you after the kiss at the ceremony, and you're making a big deal about putting on some shoes, she said, shoving her foot in his face. Stop talking trash, just do it, we need to head back. Fine, I'll do it. Even if you said you weren't into it, you're a quick study. It'll be a little easier than shoeing a donkey. She got pissed and tried to kick him, but Leon nimbly dodged. As long as I'm fast, you can't touch me, he said, jumping side to side. Why run away so fast? You're in for some trouble tonight. A few days later, they were looking at the sky together with their daughter. A massive dragon was flying overhead. Its wings were huge. Whoa, that dragon is several times bigger than you in your dragon form. The giant Leviathan dragon is big but not super strong. Thanks to its stamina and emotional stability, it serves as a transport for the dragon clan. Emotional stability? Word is, the Leviathan hasn't lost its cool once in the 1,000 years from its birth to its death. That's why the Academy uses it to pick up and drop off dragon kids. A blue beam descended from the dragon's back, with Noah inside. Landing on the ground, she said, I'm back, Mom. Welcome home, Noah. Sis, I missed you so much. Dad, she's still not used to calling me Dad. I'm glad you're back. Mom and I made a bunch of your favorite dishes. Fundamentals of chemical equipment. First place with a top score. Introduction to magic for young dragons. First place with a top score. History of dragon clans for young dragons. First place with a top score. They looked at her academy achievements in awe. And here's the last subject. Physical training, 95 points. I didn't take first place, sorry. No need to apologize, that's already impressive. Mom's right, in my heart, Sis is the best. Between the two, Noah doesn't know how to express emotions while Muen expresses them way too much. So it's up to me. I need to teach them. Running, bench press, pull-ups, that's basic physical training. Young dragons who are 4 or 5 years old are at the same level as you. It's totally normal that your physical stats are a bit lower than others, but you see, you won 9 out of 10 combat matches, which is the highest in the class. It shows that even if you're not as strong as others, you totally outclass them in strategy and fighting skills. So don't sweat the third place too much. You'll have plenty of chances to lap them in the future. She whispered, I heard from Mom that you were top of your class in every subject when you were at the academy. Actually, when your father first entered the academy, he wasn't top of the class. He hit that #1 spot later through sheer grit and hard work. You've got plenty of time. One setback shouldn't make you give up. I believe you can achieve even more. I get it, she said, her face full of confidence. Dad is so strong. If he fights Mom, who wins? Noah asked. Me, they said simultaneously. When I was in combat training back then, didn't matter if it was hand-to-hand, weapons, or magic, no one could touch me. Of course, I was better. I might not have snagged as many awards in the academy as you, but I only won the games that actually counted. Didn't you marry me because you couldn't beat me? It's exactly because you couldn't beat me that we have 2 beautiful daughters. Why don't we step outside and fight? Let's go. I've been wanting to show off my skills for a while. Are they gonna fight? Let's tail them and see. Sis, you're really curious who's stronger, Dad or Mom, right? The teacher said that watching masters spar more often can help us level up our own combat skills. Flexing her arm, Rossweisse said, come to think of it, your body probably hasn't fully recovered enough to take me on, right? So what? There aren't many chances to scrap with the Silver Dragon Queen. Of course, I've got to seize the moment. Why don't we put something on the line? What's the bet? If you win, I won't lay a finger on you for a whole month, but if I win, you have to do whatever I ask. I don't know what kind of twisted demands she'll make, but it doesn't matter, because if I pull off a win, I can take a whole month off. In normal circumstances, I wouldn't even dream of it. Fine, bet's on, he said, pointing a finger at her. Let's get down to it, she said with a smirk. Muin dropped her pineapple juice, and at that exact moment, they lunged at each other. Forget the juice, Noah said. Leon leapt into the air, gearing up for a strike. But Rossweisse blocked his hit. She immediately countered with a tail swipe to his face, but Leon barely managed to dodge. After dodging, he pushed off the ground with his hand, launching a kick. She blocked that too, but the hit was heavy, forcing her to slide back a bit. I don't have the same raw physical strength he does. Better to keep my distance for now. Looks like Her Majesty doesn't want to scrap with me in close quarters. As long as I can hit you from a distance, it's all good. She pelted him with fireballs. The flames were burning a deep purple. Leon started hauling ass away from the projectiles exploding right behind him. Is Dad gonna lose? He's just running and running, Muin said. Not exactly. He's using his physical strength to dodge and set up his own attack, while Mom is using Dragon Flame to maneuver and stall for time, waiting for a chance to strike. So Mom's not sure she can take him in a scrap. My sis knows so much. Teacher talked about that in class, saying, "You're pretty quick, Leon. Now try and get close to me." She hurled magic orbs at him. She kept hurling fireballs. I ain't just fast. I'm a tough nut to crack, he said while dodging. So what? Rossweisse slammed her palms together, her hands igniting. Tongues of fire flared up behind Leon. The area around Leon exploded. Too slow, Rossweisse. Through the dust cloud, Leon could be seen shrouded in lightning. This guy, he used lightning magic to buff his body. I won't let you, Leon muttered. No one's taking my month off, he said, lunging straight at her. He unleashed a barrage of attacks on her. His magic hadn't fully recovered yet, so using lightning to amp his body like that, it's just insane. Hurry up and end the fight, now! I win, he said, swinging his arm. Meanwhile, Rossweisse tripped and started to fall. He didn't let her fall, grabbing her hand and pulling her toward him. He pulled her close by the waist and looked her right in the eyes. She pressed her burning palm against his chest. Dragon Flame. Ah, I'm on fire! Leon yelled as his chest ignited. I'm not toasted. The fight's not over yet. We can't get distracted. Mom, Dad, so who won? Muin asked, running over. I let my guard down at the end, so I lost. Gotta admit, you're strong. No armor or weapons. You attacked me with pure raw power. No one's ever pulled that off before. But if I'd gone all out, I definitely could have beaten you. Well, since you admitted defeat, don't forget our bet. Damn, I forgot about that. He was so stressed by the fact that blood literally spewed from his mouth. Mom, is Dad dead? It's fine. He just pushed too hard and passed out from exhaustion. He'll wake up soon. That same night, in the kids' room at the Silver Dragon Castle. Noah, while I'm away, you gotta keep an eye on Muin. She's still young and clueless about the world. You're the big sis, so you gotta look out for her. And Muin, listen to your sister. Don't get on her nerves and be on your best behavior at home. I'm worried about you guys most while I'm gone. You're barely a year old, and your mom decided to take me away from you. You're only spending one night in Mom's room. Why are you acting like you're heading to the gallows? Think about it. Getting beheaded is over in a second, but Rossweisse can torment me all night. It's worse than any torture, get it? I don't get her at all, Muin said. I read that, after mating, the female mantis eats the male. Even if it's not exactly that kind of eating, your dad is about to get devoured, So why are you happy, Muen? All right, stop talking trash to our daughters about how scary I am. You kids go to bed early. Don't worry, Mom just wants to have an interesting chat with your father. Something interesting, Leon said. Like the origin of the universe? Or maybe the origin of life? The mysteries of the world. The mysteries of the human body, right? Whatever. You said your goodbyes. Now follow me. Wait, what about my last words? She dragged him away. Noah, Muen, remember that Daddy will always love you. The light went out. What are Mom and Dad gonna do? I don't know, leave those naive adults alone. The Queen's bedroom in the Silver Dragon Castle. Wine and glasses were on the table. Crossing her legs and holding a glass, she asked, Want a drink? Nope, Leon replied, crossing his arms. What? I recall you promising to grant my request if you lost, and now you won't even have a drink? I'm just not in the mood to drink right now. I'm staying sober. I won't let you play me tonight. Actually, I was hoping you'd win. What? If you had won, I would have let you rest for a month. You'd have recovered, and then things would have gotten more fun. Then why didn't you just admit you lost? Leon asked grumpily. I'm thinking of something better. What I love most is when you refuse to admit defeat after losing to me. She started pouring wine over her chest. What the hell are you doing? He asked, stunned. Drink every last drop, Leon, she said with a smile. The scent of Rossweiss's body mixed with the aroma of red wine. That sight. It was so beautiful, and it was impossible to say no. That's not enough, she said, tilting his chin up. Open wide, Leon slightly opened his mouth. She bit her lip and let a drop of blood fall into his mouth. Blood, what are you doing? He said, grabbing her by the shoulders. This feeling you used that forbidden technique on me? Yes, the blood curse, you're familiar with it, right? She said with a slightly eerie look. Leon's eyes glowed red. Inside, magic seals were visible. Why? He asked, writhing in pain. I've missed this feeling. The last time you did this was 2 years ago. Do you know the price you'll have to pay? He asked, squinting his eyes open. Of course I do. I tweaked the spell a bit to lessen the toll on a dragon's body while keeping the effect. Leon started tossing his head side to side. Only one thought occupied his mind. Why does my body feel like it's on fire, and why is my head so cloudy? I've always forced and coerced you, and you always showed such reluctance. Now I want you to beg and plead like a dog to be with me. The game's about to start, my delicious captive, Mr. Leon Casmode. You're barely holding on. Do you even have a clue how you look right now? No. I bought this magic mirror in the Celestial City. It can capture an image for a short period of time. Now, Leon, looking into this mirror, tell me, what do you want right now? A kiss. I want to kiss you. Huh. What was that? Say it louder, she said with a smile. I want to kiss you, Rossweisse. But obviously that's not what I meant to say. Look how embarrassed you are, Leon. You actually humbly asked for a kiss from your enemy, throwing everything else aside. But I'm not granting your request, she said, roughly brushing her palm against his face. No, Rossweisse, he lunged at her. So impatient, that's not like you. I want to kiss and hold you. He took her hand and kissed it. I want to be one with you. She thought, so this is how I took the lead when I was under the blood curse. Leon, you finally came around to it, she thought, closing her eyes with a smile. Well, since you're asking, she said, hugging him. Leon, let me see the real you once you've fallen. The next morning, Leon woke up and clutched his head. I fell again last night, he thought, glancing at her out of the corner of his eye. It's all because of that blood curse. It made me toss aside my pride and dignity as a dragon slayer, begging her to be with me. This is absolutely ridiculous, he said, baring his teeth. And you, the culprit, had a great time and just fell asleep. You look so defenseless right now. He placed his palm on her cheek. Man, what am I doing? Why did I instinctively touch her face? Why did I touch her? I just wanted to wake her up. I didn't have any other intentions. But why didn't she react? Is she just playing possum? Hey, quit faking it, he said, poking her forehead. Get up already. You're supposed to be disciplined, aren't you? But seriously, why hasn't she woken up yet? Is it the effect of the blood curse? The curse's toll on the caster depends directly on their physical condition. When I was on the brink of death, I used that curse. I don't know how I survived, but I ended up in a coma for 2 years afterward. She's the Dragon Queen, and in great health. She'll probably be out for about a week. Stroking his chin, he got lost in thought. Now's the perfect chance to bail. With a devious smirk, he thought, an ordinary person wouldn't get far in a week, but things are different with the black gold armor. Combined with stamina-restoring potions and meds, if I haul ass at max speed, it'll be enough to make it back to the human world. By the time she wakes up and finds me gone, it'll be way too late. Ha ha! In a low voice, he said, but come to think of it, It's been 2 years since I left the Empire. I have no clue what's going on back there now. There are still too many questions surrounding my kidnapping. Going back like this would be too reckless, so I've got to be careful. Plus, I already asked Ross Wysaz to look into how Master is doing, so maybe I should wait for updates. But most importantly, smiling slightly, he thought, right after those words, the scene shifted to his daughters. They were playing and catching butterflies. I can't just ditch them now, he thought, sighed. Looks like I've got to stick around the Silver Dragon Castle for now. After all, looking at Ross Wysa, he thought, I haven't gotten my payback yet, have I? Mommy, is everything okay? She had been sleeping all day. Muen and Noah were standing by the bed. What were you guys up to last night? Noah asked. Leon just awkwardly scratched the back of his head and laughed. We were just chatting on the balcony. Maybe she caught a cold from the chilly wind back then. It's nothing serious, right, Anna? He asked the maid. She replied, Don't worry. The palace physician just checked Her Majesty. Other than some slight fatigue, everything is within normal limits. I'll handle clan matters on behalf of Her Majesty. If you don't have any business, I'll get to it. Oh, go ahead. I know you're busy. Mommy, please get better. I'll never make you mad again, Muen said. Why is she sweating so much? I'll have to wipe her down later. Are you planning something while Mom's out cold? Noah asked suspiciously. Noah, you're overthinking it. Right now, I just want to look after her. All right, then. Come on, let's go, Muen. We'll check on Mom again tomorrow. Good night, Daddy. Good night. Now I'll go grab a basin of water. I'm only doing this because I'm worried you'll catch a cold. No need for any misunderstandings when you wake up. Usually she's always bragging about her big tail, but now she's so weak it's not even visible. I've wiped you down. Maybe I should change your clothes. There are so many outfits, so I'm going to dress her according to my own tastes. Something off the shoulder with a plunging neckline, a bow, black stockings. I found clothes similar to the style I wanted, but what about the ears? Maybe I should braid her hair. He took her snow-white hair in his hands. Hey, done, he said with a slight smile. Bunny-style Rossweisse. Limited edition. He dressed her in black stockings and a leather outfit with a butterfly-shaped cutout on the chest. Didn't expect it to look so good on you, he said, blushing. Why did the dragon pattern show up so suddenly? He said, looking at his chest. He immediately recalled her words. When one of the two partners is excited, the dragon pattern triggers a reaction. No, I don't want to, but how can I be thinking of her like that? It's all that bunny girl outfit's fault. Time to recite the 3 virtues and 3 sins of the dragon tamer. About 10 times to calm down. The 3 virtues and 3 shames of the dragon slayer. Be ashamed of conspiring with the dragon clan. Be ashamed of desertion. Be ashamed of joining the enemy. Take pride in serving the empire. Take pride in fighting on the battlefield. Take pride in exterminating dragons and protecting the homeland. Phew, that was close. The dragon mark finally faded. But it'd be a shame not to catch such a rare sight of her dress like this. I remember she had a camera. After rummaging through her closet, he found it. Haha, the day has finally come, Rossweisse. Come on now, wifey, give us a smile. He used his fingers to stretch a smile across her face. I'm gonna keep these photos of your dark past forever. She made a sound which scared the crap out of Leon, making him gasp. Crap, is she waking up? He paused and looked at her, then let out a sigh. Phew, false alarm. Better change her back into regular pajamas and save the revenge for tomorrow. The next day. Big sis, Muen shouted at Noah's back. What happened? Out with it now. My Rubik's Cube broke. I wanted to ask Dad to fix it, but I couldn't find him anywhere. Could it be that he bailed while Mom was out cold? Don't worry, I'll help you look for him. Daddy, where are you? Dad, you here? He's not in here. Dad's nowhere to be found. Is he lost? Muen asked anxiously. Some dragons are really nice, but sooner or later, they leave. If I'm right, he's gone. Meanwhile, Leon was vaulting over a high fence. I feel like my family stands out from the outside. It's harmonious, but in reality, it's not that simple. As far as I remember, a dragon was sleeping in this room. Mom said he was our dad. One day, he woke up and immediately tried to bolt. Mom brought him back without explaining a thing. He hasn't tried to escape since, but I don't think he's staying here because he wants to. Later, this dragon started sucking up to me, granting my wishes, teaching me, acting like a good father. But is it really out of love for me? Or is it just a plan to make us lower our guard while he secretly looks for a chance to run? When there's something shady behind love, I'd rather not have it at all than be a toy in someone else's hands. He doesn't belong here. Sooner or later, he'll ditch everything and leave us. And Mommy won't wake up, and Daddy doesn't want to see us anymore. Big sis, what are we gonna do? Muen started crying. It's okay. Big sis will protect you, Noah said, comforting her. Let's hold a farewell ceremony for him. At the same time, not far from the distant mountains near the Silver Dragon Castle. The scenery really is amazing. The maid wasn't lying. Leon was surrounded by pink trees, cherry blossoms. He remembered the maid's words. Your Majesty, do you want to know where the Queen likes to go? Yeah, I want to take a walk today. If you want to go for a stroll, I'll send someone with you. No need, I can go by myself, just circle the spot on the map. Usually my to-do list is pretty restricted. My only chance to wander and scout around is when the Dragon Lady is out cold. Time to explore and prep a big surprise for when she wakes up. Of course, scouting the area where the Dragon Lady likes to walk is just a cover. It's all part of my revenge plan. I'm planning to exploit Rossweiss's weakness once she wakes up. I'm going to humiliate her in her favorite spot. Just like she did to me, I'm going to do the exact same to her. This tree is thick enough. He stood before a large tree. The position is just right, he thought, imagining her right there. The ground isn't soft enough, so I'll have to cover it with flower petals when the time comes. Plus, you can see the Silver Dragon Castle from here. Not bad. Let's note that down to... He was taking notes right on the map. Perfect, everything's ready. Now we just wait for her to wake up. Ha ha, Dragon Lady, you're in for some real trouble this time. The courtyard of the Silver Dragon Castle. Leon walked past the maids who were kneeling before a flame. What's going on here? Why is it so lively, he said, looking at the weeping noblewomen. The two princesses said they wanted to hold a funeral. They asked us to light a bonfire, one of them said. Have some steak and make sure you come back to us, Muin said, sitting by the fire. He's already gone, nothing we can do. We have to let him go, Noah said. Is this some new game of theirs? Might as well play along for a bit. Excuse me, please, Your Excellency, the prince? Who are you honoring? Your grandfather once taught me how to play the Swona. Want me to show you how it's done? Oh, hey, that's me in the photo. Man, I really am good looking. Wait, what the hell? Dad's here, Muin said, turning around. My sweet little daughters. I was only gone for 1 day, and you were already planning to bury me? Daddy... Muin clenched her fists, and tears started streaming down her face. She immediately jumped into his arms. Daddy's back. Sub, I thought Daddy didn't want Muin anymore. What are you talking about? How could Dad ever give up on you? Muin and I searched the castle for you several times, but we couldn't find you. I thought you left. Why would I leave? I was just taking a walk in the distant mountains. I was wrong about him, Noah thought. Since everything's fine, you can all head home, he said to the servants. Dad, since you're back, can I eat your funeral food? Sure. Awesome. She definitely didn't take after me. She won't miss a chance like that. Next time, let us know when you're going out for a walk. Muin was worried about you, she said, sounding embarrassed. I'm sorry I made Muin worry. Noah definitely cares about me too, but she's just too shy to say it. This is partly my fault. I didn't trust you. So this wake happened because Noah misunderstood my disappearance? Yeah. No one would have gotten it if she hadn't said anything. Kids who grow up too fast take responsibility for mistakes. But this whole situation happened because I failed to build up Noah's confidence. She craves love and attention, but she won't be the one to make the first move. If I try to force anything on her right now, Noah won't believe me. That's why, as her father, the only thing I can do is prove everything through my actions. It's all good. Let's go have dinner. You have the academy tomorrow. I'll always be with you. The next day in the Queen's bedroom. Muin leaned against the bed and watched her mom. She thought she saw her mom's finger twitch. Mommy, you're awake. Rossweisse opened her eyes slightly. Mom, you've been asleep all this time. I was so worried about you. I'm sorry I made you worry. My body can't release any power. There's zero reaction from my magic energy, she thought. Originally, I could handle the backlash of the blood curse because of my constitution. Maybe I'm in this state now because I used my power to save that fool. Judging by his personality, he's probably bolted a long time ago. Muin, how long has your mom been asleep? 2 days. Leon won't get far in 2 days, so I can send someone. Muin, how about some fish for dinner? Leon asked, walking into the room with a massive fish. I just caught a big one at the distant hills. Yay. Your dad is just incredible, right? He asked, holding his head high. It's great, Muin said happily. Oh, you're awake. Where have you been? Where else would I go? I just went to the distant hills to get some fresh air and catch a fish for my dear wife so she'd get better faster. Who are you calling dear? Mom, don't be shy. Muin, Daddy's giving you a super important mission. Take this fish to the kitchen. Can you handle it? Of course, I won't sell it or give it away, Dad. Oh, by the way, your parents have some business to settle, so you can go ahead and start eating. I thought you'd abandon your daughters and run away while I was unconscious. There are still so many unresolved issues between us. Why would I run? And what exactly are they? She asked suspiciously. Remember what you did to me when I first woke up a month ago? What did I do? You don't mean... Yeah, exactly that, he said with a creepy smile. Leon, don't think you can attack me just because I'm drained. Don't do anything stupid. Drained? And you think I wasn't drained back then? When I first woke up, before I could even take a sip of water, you slapped that dragon mark on me and pinned me to the ground. Did you even give me a chance to say no? He asked with a smirk. You know what's going to happen to you as soon as I recover. Don't do something you'll regret later, she said with a stern look. Regret it? No, 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 my dear wife. This is the best decision of my life. He finished by picking her up in his arms. This time, it's your turn to be the prisoner of war. Cherry blossom forest, distant hills. Under the moonlight, Leon carried her while she screamed, Let me go! Let me go! Stop squirming or you'll fall. Let me go. If I had my strength right now, I'd bury him in the dirt. And what did you bring me here for? She asked indignantly. He had brought her right under that same massive tree. While you were out cold, I carefully scouted the places you usually visit. This is your first stop for today. First stop? You mean you're going to drag me somewhere else too? She said with a glare. Look over there. That's your castle and you can see the whole thing from here. Want payback for what happened in your city? Spot on. Paying back in the same coin isn't just a dragon's thing. Her mark lit up. I might be human, but I've got my own sense of revenge and rituals too. Rosweise, look closely. He lifted her head so she would look at her castle. There's your castle. All your pride and dignity come from right there. But now you're forced to submit to me. Must feel bad being humiliated by the one who fell to a dragon himself, huh? You did the same thing to me, he said, kissing her back. I want to resist, but my body keeps asking for more. In that case? She wrapped her tail around his arm. The tail? How does she have any strength left for that? While you're calling the shots, play it out to the max. Because my revenge is going to be brutal. Turning to him, she shouted, Don't count your chickens. I live for the now, he said with a smirk. The revenge carnival just started, and we've got the whole night ahead of us, Your Majesty. The next morning, the Silver Dragon Queen's bedroom. Phew, finally back, he said, flopping on the bed. So tired after lugging her around different spots all night. But she seems satisfied with our night, considering how sweet she's sleeping. He put his hand under her head, admiring her. Wait, satisfied? Wasn't I supposed to be getting revenge? Leon got confused about his own intentions. His mind was clouded by feelings for her. No, she fully felt the humiliation from the Dragon Slayer she despises most. He didn't want to believe his feelings, shaking his head side to side. Anyway, this time my revenge was a success. I'll head back to my room before the maids wake up. We're not close enough to share a bed. He sat up, unable to take his eyes off her. Right then, he felt her hand reaching for him. So cold, she muttered into her fist. When we fall asleep, we reach for heat. It's an instinct of all living things. Don't let yourself get played again. But still, I really want to hold her hand. I can't fight it. Staying here is way warmer than going to a cold bed. He climbed under the covers and lay beside her. Outside little Muen's window, 2 birds were nuzzling. Bright rays of light filled her large window. She opened the window, rubbing her eyes. Is Mommy still asleep? She murmured sleepily. Without any other morning chores, she ran straight to her room. Hey, Mom! Mommy, wake up. The sun's already up. Go play with Dad, she said sleepily and slurred. Daddy, wake up. The sun's hitting your back. So warm. Let Daddy sleep, he replied without opening his eyes. Muen was practically boiling with anger. Well now, she said, clenching her tiny fists. What are you two doing hugging here? Who's gonna play with me? First time seeing my parents so cuddly, but why do they have so many spots on their bodies? Oh, bugs must have bit them. Mom taught me that if a mosquito bites you, you gotta apply medicine. Swishing her tail side to side, she rummaged in the cabinet. Found it. She pulled out a green jar with a dragon on the label. It said, 1,000 dragon's ointment, used for mosquito bites, improves circulation, and reduces swelling. Don't worry, I'll take care of everything while Big Sis isn't around. A while later. Hey, Leon, wake up. Ugh. He cracked his eyes open. She was already awake, sitting in front of him. With half-closed eyes, she asked, Why is my face wet? Ha 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 ha, what's with your face? They were covered in green ointment, but Leon didn't realize it was on him too. It's all thanks to me. I saw that bugs bit Mom and Dad, and you had lots of red spots, so I applied the ointment. Red spots, There are things kids better not know, coughing, Leon thought. Aren't I a good girl? Sweet Muen asked for praise with a smile. Yeah, good job, Leon smiled and patted her head. Next time I'll help Mom and Dad with the medicine again. Next time, please lock the door, Rosweise said in her mind. A bit later, Leon brought breakfast in bed to her room. open your mouth. Holding a spoon to her, Leon said, What the hell are you doing? Pulling her head away from the spoon, she said, I'm feeding you. You haven't eaten in days. Dragons can go without food in hibernation, but you must be starving. Despite her resistance, he shoved a spoonful in her mouth. No need to spoon feed me, I can handle it myself. Chewing grumpily, she said. But the taste is okay, she added, squinting. Of course, it's fried rice I made with love. Didn't you make it for me? Now you're hogging it all yourself. Taking the plate from him, she said, Ha ha, I'm just afraid you won't finish it, so I decided to help. Who said I can't? Give me more. She emptied the plate easily. You were weak and it was hard for you to move, so I helped with your bath, cooking and meals. I was so nice to you, she just replied grumpily. You planning to torment me in bed after the bath? Or maybe right after dinner? In the end, that's how it finished. What kind of torture is this? It's a husband's sincere love. Leon, every cheap trick you're pulling now will come back to humiliate you in the future, remember that. Ha ha ha. See you in the morning. Dearest wifey. That damn dragon slayer knows how to push my buttons. Getting mad, she clenched her fist. Out of anger, she punched the headboard hard and was surprised herself by how strong the hit was. Aha, so my strength is back. She looked at her fist. Meanwhile, in the kitchen, Leanne was humming a song while washing dishes. Please don't get well so fast. I want to mess with you for a few more days. At that moment, he didn't realize how doomed he was. The scene moves to Rossweiss's room. Excuse me, Your Majesty. The doctor prescribed medicine to bring back your strength. Drink this, said the maid. My body has already recovered, so it's not necessary. The maid put strong black tea on the nightstand. Your Majesty, what about, she said, looking at a big crack in the wall. Oh, I just didn't calculate my strength. I'll ask someone to fix it tomorrow. Wait, could you... Don't tell Leon I'm better yet. I want him to wait on me for a few more days. Blushing, she said. All right, I understand, the maid said with a slight smile. Leon, your good days are over. With a devious look, Rossweiss said in her mind. 2 days later, Leon and Muen were in the castle courtyard. Daddy, teach me that. When the body starts glowing... Glowing? Magic? He asked pensively. You know, what you and Mom did on the training field. She was hopping with excitement. Why the sudden interest in magic? He asked, surprised. Big Sis learned so much at the academy. I don't want to fall behind, she said sadly. So you want to learn something, huh? Yeah. The perk of having 2 kids is the competition. She's really attached to her sister. No wonder she doesn't want to be left behind. Alrighty, Daddy will teach you magic in no time. Let's start with the basics, he said, thumping his chest. Later, Muen strained hard, trying to push out magic. In just a couple of hours, she learned to control the magic in her body. She might awaken her natural magic soon. Could it be she has a talent for this? Her stomach growled. Daddy, I'm hungry and I've got no strength left. Like they say, don't put the cart before the horse, he said with an awkward smile. That's all for today then. Let's head back and eat. Awesome. Daddy's the best. The scene moves to Rossweiss's room. The maid walked in and said, Queen, here's what you asked me to find. Put it over there. Wifey, I'm back. Thanks for the work. You can go now. According to Anna, Rossweiss will need 5 more days to fully recover. That means I still have time to mess with her. If you're tired, I can rub your shoulders. Why don't you show me the power of the Empire's strongest dragon slayer today? It's only been 2 days and you're already wiped out? Turns out that's all you're capable of. What did you just say? Leon asked irritably. Hey, you dragon lady. Seeing how tired you were, I was going to give you a breather, but I guess I was worried for nothing. He pulled the blanket off her. You talk a big game. Seems like you've got plenty of energy, huh? Rossweisse, you're gonna regret this, he said, taking off his clothes. I've never regretted stuff like this, she said with a smile. Immediately after, she wrapped her tail around his torso. With a powerful spin, she threw him onto the bed and climbed on top of him with a smirk. What a powerhouse, Leon said. Rossweisse, you're recovered? He barely managed to say, shh. Putting a finger to her lips, she whispered, Prisoners should keep quiet, my dear dragon slayer. When did she prep all this? He thought, looking at the handcuffs. Am I driving myself into the lion's mouth? She shackled him and put a blindfold on him. Resistance is futile. With a creepy smile and a predator's gaze, she spoke. You torturing me to beat an apology out of me? At the same time, she remembered something. How Leon once braided her hair while she slept. What are you doing? Ah, you're awake. Ha ha ha. How about changing your hairstyle once in a while? Holding a mirror in front of her, he said, And what's this? Just braided it where the hand led. If you don't like it, just undo it. Not bad. In the end, she didn't undo anything, but that's a secret. The scene moves back to them. Hey, Dragon Lady, I actually trained to hold out during interrogation, and I'm not confessing to anything. Oh, really? The orb showed Leon saying, I want to kiss you. Seems like he got busted. It's like, please let me, Leon was saying from the orb. Well, who was it that begged me so much? She said in a flirting voice. He was like a mouse in a lioness's paws. Rossweisse. Leon was totally fuming and turned red from embarrassment. That's not me. It just sounds like me. He tried to wiggle his way out however he could. Oh, you don't say? Should I show you closer? She brought the orb to his eyes and lowered the blindfold. The words coming from the orb almost made his ears bleed. He couldn't listen to it. No thanks, I remember it perfectly well, he pleaded. Since you remember everything now, she said, picking up the whip. Repeat what you said back then, a couple more times. If your memory's failing you, I can show it to you one more time just for you. In the end, she whipped him. He just took the hits and couldn't do a thing about it. How was Leon supposed to deal with this humiliation now? Leon, all beaten up and life-worn, whimpered while lying on the bed. He turned his head slightly to the left and saw her reading some leaflet in the moonlight in front of the mirror, delivered by a small red dragon. Cracking one eye open, he asked, Is that a letter from the Academy? Why did they send it so late at night? What happened? The Academy wants us to show up tomorrow, she said with a frown. Noah got into a fight with someone. What? Leon asked in shock. The next day, Vice Principal Walter Winston's office. 3 beaten-up boys stood in the office. Apparently Noah had really laid into them. The reason I called you in today is to settle the skirmish that happened between Noah and her classmates, the vice principal said. Vice Principal, are you saying that these 3 little dragons conspired to bully my daughter? Rossweisse said this so sternly that the boys got terrified. Are you hurt anywhere? Leon circled Noah in a panic, checking her over. I'm fine. The thing is, it was actually your daughter who beat these 3 up. Oh, really? Rossweisse asked, surprised. Leon gave a thumbs up and said, That's my girl, I approve. Although this incident was just a minor scrap between young dragons, it was rooted in a conflict between those born from egg-laying and those who were live-born. The dragon race has 2 ways of producing offspring, egg-laying and live birth. There's no difference between such dragons as adults, but there are differences during youth. Dragons born from egg-laying inherit their power directly from their mother and get an advantage in physical training and talents. Children of live-born dragons need to grow up and undergo training to master their power. You could say that, among dragons of the same age group, those who came from eggs are stronger than those born the usual way. Despite belonging to the second group, she managed to outclass those born from eggs, even though they were older. She's still tiny, but you can already predict a bright future for her. The office door opened and a man with red hair and a scar over his eye walked in. He said, I heard my son beat someone up. I guess I'll cover the medical bills. Son, who the hell beat you up like this? He asked, stunned. Daddy, what? The little bully started crying and jumped into his father's arms. That guy is a member of the Constantine Red Flame clan. They're all arrogant and love looking down on everyone. They're hard to talk to, Rossweisse whispered. The Red Flame dragons who fell by my hand would be enough to line them up in 2 rows around the academy, as if I could expect anyone but the Silver Dragon Queen. You might be a queen, but it seems you're failing at parenting if your daughter is picking on others. Oh, is the Silver Dragon Clan not as strong as our Red Flame Dragon Clan, so they only dare to set young dragons on our kids to beat them up? Ha! What are you yapping about? Leon stopped her with his hand, not letting her say something rash in the heat of the moment. If you don't apologize to my son, you aren't leaving this office alive. Was that a threat? My hands are already itching for a fight, Leon said confidently. Silence. Parents, I ask you to be patient and listen to the whole story. Last night in the dining hall, Lal and 2 other students got into it with Noah. Noah's plate flipped over and stained his clothes. Then these 3 dragons blocked Noah's path in the backyard of the dorms, and the conflict turned violent. Do you have anything to add? No, we don't, the boy said. Vice Principal, I do, Noah said, raising her hand. First off, he intentionally provoked me in the cafeteria, and the flipped plate was a total accident. Second, when we were in the dorm backyard, they lunged at me and tried to intimidate me, so I broke his arm. By accident, in self-defense. Right, Mr. Lal? Noah said sternly. Yeah, that's right. Why are you so afraid of her? The boy's father asked. Noah, I think you handled that wrong, Leon said, rubbing his chin. Next time you're in a spot like that, aim for the knees first, got it? Why the knees? On the battlefield, the Red Dragon Clan had a knee injury, and all they could do was accept defeat. I'll keep that in mind next time, Noah said, taking notes in her notebook. Did you hear that, Principal? Is he serious right now, telling his daughter to bully my kid? For students with violent tendencies, an apology alone won't cut it. They must be expelled. Parent, please be patient. The decision on whether or not to expel a child will be made by the academy. Furthermore, many students reported that Lal frequently bullied some of the live-born dragons. Students who were in the cafeteria last night also confirmed that it was Lal who started the clash with Noah. Vice principal, so their daughter beat my son up, but the academy isn't punishing her and instead is blaming my son for provoking her? He shouted, losing his cool. Do you have any conscience at all? How old is your son? Can you even complain when he got trashed by my daughter who is only a year and 2 months old? You shouldn't care about my son's age at all. I'm 7 years and 11 months old, the boy said. If something that embarrassing happened to me, I'd die of shame and wish the ground would swallow me whole, and even then I wouldn't get over it. Leon provoked the boy's father even harder. You're just a coward who doesn't even dare show his own tail. What right do you have to talk about my son like that? I bet your whole family is just straight up bottom-tier trash, he said, pointing a finger at them. Without hesitating, Leon grabbed his finger and snapped it. Fine, if you're gonna point fingers, point them at me, but who gave you the right to trash-talk my wife and kid? Ah! It hurts! Leon is pretty ruthless when it comes to protecting his kids, Rosweiss thought with a smile. How dare you lay a hand on me? Do you even know who I am? I'm a Duke of the Red Dragon Clan. Our leader is Constantine. The other boys' fathers held him back while he was literally foaming at the mouth with rage. No, not here, they shouted, pinning him down with all their might. Your Highness Duke, please don't lose your cool. The deputy director is watching. This is just a minor school conflict between children. He's dragging family status into this, so it won't do you any good. I trust the academy will reach a fair verdict, and we are ready to accept any outcome, Rosweiss said. The Queen of the Silver Dragon Clan was truly far-sighted. Dear parent, if you intend to escalate the situation further and interfere with the academy's operations, we will be forced to reevaluate your child's student status. Dad, forget it. I still want to study at the academy, Lal said. I just lost my cool for a second. We will also accept whatever verdict the school hands down. I'll keep my mouth shut for now, but let's see what happens once we step outside this building. Well, it turns out Lal started the conflict and Noah acted in self-defense, even if it was a bit excessive, so Noah will return to classes with her homeroom teacher. Meanwhile, she should seriously reflect on her behavior. However, the other 3 students will need to write apology letters and hand them to their homeroom teacher. Additionally, they will be responsible for cleaning the classroom for a week. The above is our final verdict. Well, I'm heading to class then, Noah said, waving to her parents. If they dare to bully you again, aim for the knees first, Leon said cheerfully. The deputy director stood up behind Leon and said, Mr. Leon, which gave him quite a scare. Deputy Director Wilson, is there something else you wanted to say? I hope he didn't hear what I just said, he thought. Even though we've only met a few times, a question has been bugging me. You've never shown your tail. Did he blow my cover? Leon was on the verge of panicking. I can't quite tell which noble dragon clan you belong to. Would you mind telling me, if it's not too much trouble? Rosweiss cut into the conversation and said, My husband isn't from the noble dragons. He's just an ordinary dragon. That's right. I'm just a regular dragon. Then it's a miracle you've been blessed with such a talented hatchling, Wilson said with a smile. Basically, St. Hyde Academy is more than happy to have children like this within our walls. You get what I'm saying? Deputy Director, I can see right through you. I believe that once Noah graduates, she will undoubtedly be capable of leading an entire clan to wipe out as many dragon slayers as possible. Thank you very much. The academy gates. Rosweiss and Leon were leaving the academy. Hold it right there, Queen of the Silver Dragons, the Duke said. Do you still have business with us? The academy already made its decision on this situation. Didn't you just agree to it? You're getting worked up so fast, like I only agreed out of respect for the academy. But now that we're outside its walls, we need to settle this matter according to our clan traditions. I'm challenging your husband to a duel right here, he said, poking a finger into Leon's chest. If we refuse now, they'll accuse the Silver Dragons of being weak and afraid of a fight. You wouldn't just run away with your tail between your legs, would you? He said with a smirk. Rosweiss whispered, Do you want to take this on? Are you feeling all right? He came up to me and asked for a fight himself. Of course I have to do it, he replied, cracking his knuckles. Go for it then, just don't kill him. Don't sweat it. The scene shifts to Noah. Some boys ran past her talking, and she overheard them. One said, "Come on, I heard some dragons are duking it out in front of the gates. Let's go check it out." A fight, could it be? Noah thought. Students watched from the balcony. "Look, a dragon brawl. Who's fighting who?" "This guy is so puny he won't even show his tail. All bark and no bite, I see," the Duke thought. "My son lost his fight, and today I'm going to beat you down to make sure justice is served. Members of the Red Flame Dragon clan don't bully others. If you can take 3 hits from me, consider me the loser." Sure, just stop talking trash," Leon replied while picking his ear. "Can we start already, huh?" Leon mockingly flicked a ball of earwax at him. Losing his temper, he snarled, "You shouldn't have pushed me like that. Die!" As soon as he yelled, he swung his flaming fist. Dodging it, Leon thought. I was right. Compared to the dragons I faced on the battlefield, this is just some amateur hour stuff. "Only 2 hits left," he said with a grin. "You're not half bad at dodging. You're not as weak as you look, huh?" Saying this, the Duke smashed the ground beneath them with a single blow. Leon jumped up, dodging the debris. Meanwhile, the Duke breathed fire, nearly singeing Leon. Leon managed to land and looked at the Duke with a smile on his face before the latter could even react. "Now it's my turn." With that, Leon swept his legs. The Duke fell to his knees and shouted in indignation, "You!" Before he could finish his sentence, he saw Leon's fist flying straight at him. The punch was so powerful it sent the Duke flying back about 15 meters. "Yeah, I didn't even have to use magic against a guy like you," Leon said, dusting off his hands. "Ah, Duke Layer!" the 2 others exclaimed in shock. "Do you 2 want a piece of this too?" Leon asked, turning toward them. No, they replied in terror. "Then take this guy away and tell his son to quit messing with my daughter." "All right, let's head back." Leon turned toward Rossweisse with a smile. "Noah, when did you get here?" Leon saw Noah standing there holding a small box in her hands. I was just passing by and saw the commotion." "This is for you," she said, handing over the box. "Cookies we learned to make in cooking class. They only won 2nd place. They might not taste that great. You don't have to try them," she said shyly. "No way, they're delicious. Here, Leon, try one too," Rossweisse said, winking. "Exactly. How could cookies made by my daughter be anything but tasty? You'll definitely take 1st place next time." "You were amazing just now," Noah said. "Did Noah actually praise me directly? Does this mean our relationship is getting better?" he thought, grinning ear to ear. "Haha, you bet, your daddy is super strong. If you ever want to learn some new fighting techniques, just ask your dad." He patted her on the head. There was a wound on his hand. From the look on Rossweisse's face, it was clear she had noticed his injury. Later that evening, Leon was sitting and reading a book. Rossweisse entered the room carrying a first aid kit. "Hey, what brings you here?" Leon asked, putting his book aside. "Why did she sit so close? Is she trying something new?" "Your hand," she said, blushing and reaching out for his hand. "Huh? Isn't it injured?" "Oh, that? It's just a tiny scratch. It'll be gone in 2 days." "Just give me your hand," she insisted. She dipped a cotton swab in some solution and started dabbing his wound. "Ouch." "Don't move. It'll be over in a sec. As a battle-hardened dragon slayer, I've got plenty of scars on my body. In the past, I just patch them up any old way. This is the first time anyone's treated my wounds with such care." Rossweisse's palms are soft and warm. Her fingertips are a bit chilly, and the places she touches feel like pins and needles. "What the heck am I even thinking?" he thought, flushing red. "Thanks for today," she said. "Huh? For what?" he asked, playing dumb. "Lal's dad was acting all aggressive, but you took charge and stood up for Noah and me. And that, well, I was supposed to do that even if we were just strangers. In public, you're my... It was all for Noah's sake." Obviously, Leon was lying and holding back. "I knew you'd be stubborn about it. By the way, my sister invited our family to her place. Want to go?" "Your sister? Not really." "Fine. Then let's settle the previous issue." "Good grief, all right, I'm in." The next morning, Rossweisse, in her dragon form, was flying over the territory of the Red Flame Dragons. As soon as they landed, her sister came running out to meet them. "You look absolutely stunning in your dragon form, as always. Even when you shift back, you look so cute." "Sister, calm down." "Sister, let me introduce my husband and daughters. You didn't get a chance to meet them properly before. My husband, Leon Casmode." "Well, hello there, brother-in-law. Finally seeing you in one piece." "And my daughters." "Hello, Auntie." "Oh, let me guess. You're Muin, and the one behind you is Noah." "Yup, Auntie guessed it right. You're just like how Little Lost described you in her letters. Little Noah, do you want to get some hugs from your auntie too?" "Okay then." The physical affection made Noah pretty shy, but they all shared a big, tight hug. "I can hug 2 little dragon girls at once. I'm so happy. I heard from Little Lost that you usually take care of the kids." "Thanks for your hard work, brother-in-law." "It's no trouble at all. I enjoy taking care of the kids, plus they're close to me." "Obviously they're closer to me, right?" Rossweisse said. Sweetie, you're so funny. How could that even be possible? Think I'm laughing at you? Fine, fine, they're closer to you. I give up. You guys have such a great relationship. It's fine. They both looked away, blushing. All right, you must be exhausted after such a long flight. Let's head inside. After dinner, they were sitting in the main hall. My dear girls, want to see some childhood photos of your mom? I do, Moon said, raising her hand. Wait, Rosweisa said, sounding panicked. Sister, what are you doing with those photos? Give them back right now. Oh, looks like little Loss is getting shy. Her sister and Leon traded looks. She tossed the album over Rosweis, straight into Leon's hands. Hold on. Nothing is more embarrassing than looking at your childhood photos. Come on, spill your past to me. Opening the album, he was completely shocked. Ha! What is this? Wife, I seriously didn't expect to see you like this. Daddy, we want to see too. You were practically bursting with energy when you were a student. Oh, this is a photo of little Loss giving a speech as the top student representative. How come you're such an ice queen now? She stepped on his foot with her heel. Don't get cocky or you might be the next victim, she whispered. There are plenty of photos of your mommy as a kid. Have a look. She was so sweet and lovely as a child, I always adored hugging her. Mom was so tiny. I want to hug her too. Mom looks like such a beauty in this photo. Let me see, Leon said, not hiding his curiosity. This photo was taken when Rosweis inherited the title of Queen of the Silver Dragons. Whoa, look at you being all cool, Leon said with a smile. The last page, and that's it? I want to see more of Mom's photos. All right then, since you've seen everything, you can take it and keep it for yourself. Not everything yet. Do you know what this is? The sister asked, showing a round magic orb. I know, that's a recording sphere, Leon said, raising his hand. Want to see a video of your mom? We want to see. Sister, I'm your own flesh and blood, so you don't have to expose the whole truth about me. Sister, I'm begging you, please. I'm your sister's husband. You've just got to show us everything inside. After saying that, he thought slyly, Rosweisa is fighting it so hard, there must be some embarrassing clips in there. Let's do this. Leon is a guest here for the first time. Let's listen to him now, and we'll listen to Rosweisa next time. Oh man, I'm never bringing you here again, Rosweisa thought, looking at a joyful Leon. This is a very precious video, the sister said, activating the orb. That place, Rosweisa said, shocked. You're not allowed to watch. She started covering Leon's eyes with her palm. What? Why? Little Loss, what are your criteria for a future partner? Sister, please stop recording the video. It's embarrassing me, their voices said in the recording. Don't be shy. Tell your big sis. Let me think. First off, his grades have to be higher than mine, and it'd be nice if he took first place often. He should be responsible and love children. Mommy, isn't she describing Daddy right now? He should have strength but not bully the weak, have his own convictions and not be swayed by people or the world around him. Strong but doesn't bully the weak? Yeah, that's exactly like me, Leon said. Not the nerve. Where's your conscience? The voice from the recording continued. Those 3 requirements aren't exactly easy. Usually, people change once they get power or influence in their hands. Who knows? If there's no such person, then I don't want to be forced into marriage. If I ever marry someone, it'll only be a man like that. Leon was very embarrassed by what he heard. Turns out I really am the perfect partner for you. Well, that's just some nonsense I said back in my younger days. Leon nudged her with his shoulder and said, I get it. No need to be so bashful. I'm also really curious who made the first move. Rosweisa said him and Leon said her. They both pointed fingers at each other. Keep lying, see where that gets you, she said, looking creepy and mean. She was the first to approach me, but I didn't know if it was for something good, so I ignored her. Later I regretted it and decided to approach her. That's how it happened. As expected, you guys have a close relationship. Not even a little. So, want to read the love letters Little Loss used to get? There's a whole bunch here. We want to see. Sister, why did you even keep those? I'm going to burn them. A little later. There's no other way. We have to share a room. Believe me, I'm not thrilled about it either, Leon whispered. Meanwhile, she looked toward the room in surprise. The whole room was decked out in pink shades with candles. On the bed was a giant heart made of rose petals. What the heck is going on? They both thought. Sister, what's going on in this room? I specially prepared this guest room for you. You'll be staying here for the next 2 days. Are there no other rooms? Oh, are you shy? I was careless. I shouldn't have underestimated her, Leon thought. She wanted to isolate 2 endangered species, wait until they were in the mood, have them expand the family line, and thus complete the mission to revive the race. I gotta get out of here, Leon thought, walking away. Where are you going, brother-in-law? the sister said, grabbing his shoulder. The girls probably miss me. I'm going to them. Don't worry, I've already handled the kids. I've prepared a separate room for them, and they should be having a great time right now. But you two stay here and get some good rest. As soon as the sister left, they both let out a sigh of relief. Looks like we have no choice but to sleep here tonight. I didn't expect your sister to be so devious. You'll understand later, after spending more time with me, she said, opening the closet. There were plenty of revealing outfits in the closet, so she immediately slammed it shut. There's only a bed and a bath in the room. You're sleeping in the bathtub. Huh, why on earth would I do that? Leon said indignantly. Besides, I checked and realized the drain is blocked. Your sister is dead set on us sleeping in the same bed. Plus, they filled the tub with boiling hot water, so no one could sleep in it. Oh, the feel of this bed is a bit different compared to normal ones. Could it be a waterbed? Whoa, this thing's pretty plush, he said, bouncing on it with a grin. And I'm not letting you enjoy such a cozy bed all by yourself. Fine, let's sleep together, she said, blushing. Why'd you suddenly change your mind? You planning on pulling a fast one on me? Are you gonna sleep or what? She asked, clenching her fist. How about we play with some of the toys in the closet tonight? No thanks, I'll pass on that, he replied, seeing her pull out a whip. I'm bathing alone, no peeking, sick, like I'd want to. I don't buy it. Go take a hike for a bit and don't come back until later. It's not like I haven't seen anything there before. I'm just over this. Feeling relaxed, he strolled down the hallway. Stepping out onto the balcony, he ran into her sister. Why are you out here? Where's little Loz? She's taking a bath, so I stepped out for some fresh air. Want to grab a drink with me? She asked, pulling out a bottle of wine. Sure thing, he replied happily. This wine is little Loz's favorite. In the past, little Loz and I used to drink and chat right here every now and then. You two are so close. I spent 50 years with little Loz and watched her grow up. Then, when she became the queen of the Silver Dragons and left this place, we started writing letters to each other to make sure we were both okay. A little over a year ago, she suddenly told me she'd married some low-profile dragon king and gotten pregnant. Even though she was engaged, she didn't look happy. I could read her melancholy between the lines. In her letter, she said you were really unwell and forced to sleep for long periods, which meant you couldn't spend time with her. Even if a maid was helping, having twins is way harder than having one kid. That goes for the pregnancy and life afterward. Being forced to carry the child of her sworn enemy, Rosweisa had to spend her pregnancy alone, and all she could do was write letters to her sister to lighten her load. She must have had a miserable life back then, Leon thought. Hey, back then I thought she'd married some irresponsible, lazy, and useless dragon, the sister said, giving him a nudge. Ha ha ha, do I really look like that to you? But after spending a little time with you today, I realize you're not like that. Maybe there's a reason for it, but now I'm even more sure that little Loz loves you. No way, that's just beyond my imagination. How could that mean dragoness love me? Are you guys really sisters? What? Did I make you blush? Still, I have to act like I'm crazy about her sister. Haha, sister, you're right. We're head over heels for each other. Yeah, it's obvious from how you get along. Little Loz isn't great at expressing her emotions. Besides me, you're the only dragon she treats like this. Leon, you're a responsible man, right? You'll figure out what to do in the future, even without me, won't you? She said threateningly. If I say I don't care, you'll probably finish me off right here, Leon thought. Sister, take care of yourself and leave your little sis to me. I couldn't be there for her when the kids were just born, so now I'm going to protect my wife and kids even if it costs me my life. Heh, don't play me, kid, she said with a smile. All right, stop showing off and get back inside. Don't make my little Loz worry and keep her waiting. Oh, and by the way, she said to his back, don't hold yourselves back tonight. The soundproofing in that room is top tier, she said, smirking. Soundproofing. Leon felt his face heating up. Entering the room, he saw she'd fallen asleep. Great, I won't have to suffer because of her tonight. Even though we're enemies, I've got to admit, she looks good when she sleeps. Wait, why is her chest glowing? Could the dragon pattern be activating? He thought, completely stunned. No, there's no reaction from the pattern on my body. What's going on? Hey there, she said, waking up. You, why the heck are you hiding a lamp under the blanket? You scared the life out of me. I just found it among the other toys in the closet. I thought it was interesting and brought it over to entertain you, she said, holding a glowing dinosaur toy. Why does it look like you're disappointed based on your reaction? She asked with a smile. Leon shook his head in embarrassment. No way! I'm sleeping, don't talk to me. I hope you're not holding a grudge, or you might attack me in the middle of the night. Just as she was trying to get comfortable, a big scary spider crawled in front of her face. "Ka!" She screamed at the top of her lungs. What happened? She lunged straight for Leon, hugging him tight. Through her tears, she choked out, There's a spider. When I was looking through the album today, I saw a photo of a crying Rossweisse who was scared of a spider. Does she still have childhood trauma? Haha, the Queen of the Silver Dragons is a scaredy cat. You can't do anything without me, huh? Let me help you catch it. Hurry up, hurry up. Could it be? He calmly picked it up and the spider didn't even twitch. Look, it's just a toy spider. Nothing to be afraid of. I don't care if it's real or not. Destroy it, she said, fuming with rage. Hey, chill! I'll throw it outside! All right, spider's dealt with. Now we can go to sleep. That spider must have been her sister's doing too, right? Was it to make her show her scared, vulnerable side? Then I'm sleeping on the inside of the bed and you take the outside, okay? No problem. Sleep wherever you want, Leon said with a smile. If you're still scared, do you want to hold my hand while you sleep? Well, since you're offering, she said, acting all indignant. How can you feel safe just holding my pinky? How else am I supposed to hold on? Silly girl, this is how you do it. He took her hand properly. How can this guy just squeeze my hand so casually? Am I the only one feeling awkward? No, I'm the Queen of the Silver Dragons. I'm responsible for my actions. We're just holding hands. There's nothing embarrassing about it. Why are your hands always so cold? My body's been cold since birth. Are you nervous? Why is your palm sweaty? Your palm is the sweaty one. Years of wielding a sword had left calluses and tiny scars on Leon's palms. His hands were a bit rough but very warm. Where their fingers intertwined, it felt like an electric current was running through them. She turned bright red and couldn't stop thinking about him. By the way, about your criteria for a partner. That was a lie. It's been over a century. Don't take it seriously. Oh, so what are your standards now? I don't have any standards right now. I can't fall asleep, Leon thought, on the verge of panicking. I wonder if she's asleep, he thought, glancing out of the corner of his eye. My fingers are getting a bit numb. It'll be fine if I quietly let go, right? This guy, just hold my hand if you want, and why are you touching me? The prisoner dares to touch his master. Fine then, I'll touch you too. What's going on? Why does Rossweiss's hand keep brushing against me? Her body is so soft, and the places where our skin touches make me feel all tingly. I feel so strange, there's a wild hunger growing inside me. I really want to, they both thought. I really want more. They looked at each other. He threw the blankets off them and moved over her. Just for tonight, they thought, their lips about to touch. Of course, we both knew what would happen next, but for some reason, the dragon pattern didn't react at all. The dragon pattern is a type of magic used to heat up passions. When two people have genuine feelings, one and a real pull toward each other, the dragon pattern won't appear. Suddenly another toy spider popped out. Kia! She screamed through the entire castle again. Don't be scared, I got it. Don't use your dragon memory. They should be finding out about the little surprise I set up right about now, shouldn't they? The sister thought, happily sipping her wine. Don't be scared, it's all good, Leon said, pulling her close. I checked the place top to bottom. There are no more traps. Your heart is beating so fast, she said. I'm scared of spiders too, Leon said, looking away in embarrassment. I'm never acting like this with you again, she said, looking slightly embarrassed and annoyed. Don't mention this after tonight. All right, I get it. The next morning, bright rays of sunlight broke through the window. Opening her eyes, she jumped up immediately. When did I fall asleep? Did this guy wake up this early? She thought, looking slightly to her left. Well, that's fine too. She started getting out of bed. After what happened last night, I don't know how to look him in the eye. This is the first time I've broken my own rules. I showed my weakness to a human, and even fell asleep in his arms. She put on her luxurious dress. This is so awkward. I'm never telling anyone about this, she muttered, walking out of the room. You're up? How was the night? Exciting? You bet. Don't you dare do that ever again. Did you use the toys I prepared for you? No? That's a shame. By the way, before you leave, I'll pick out a few for you so you can practice with them back home. Also, when's the next little one coming? I'm waiting for a niece to inherit my red dragon castle. Sister, You don't need to worry about that. Let's go have breakfast. They arrived at the Red Dragon Castle's dining hall. Leon was already there with the girls. Mommy and Auntie are here, Moon said happily. Everyone sat down and began their breakfast. This is so awkward, Leon thought, glancing her way. Last night, I almost kissed her because of that atmosphere, and I even fell asleep holding her. Leon, you're surrendering to the enemy. This is betrayal, said the angel on his right shoulder. They're husband and wife. They've gone much further before. "What's the big deal?" said the devil on his left. "Let's settle this in battle." "Huh? This bread tastes a bit bland. Needs some peanut butter." Reaching for it, he thought. Rossweiser reached for the peanut butter at the exact same time. Their hands brushed against each other. Freezing for a moment, they looked into each other's eyes. Scene shifts to the secret of the waterbed. "Ta-da! It's a special waterbed I decorated specifically for Leon and his wife to melt their hearts," the sister said. "There are several sensors on different sides of the bed. If you touch them, the toy spiders that little Loss is so afraid of will drop down. There's only one way to avoid triggering the mechanism. For the two of them to lie down in each other's arms right in the center of the bed. So, you get the idea, right?" Scene shifts back to the meal. "You go first." "Oh, all right." They both got flustered and pulled their hands away. "Is it hot in the dining hall? Why are you both so red?" "Yeah, it's pretty roasting in here." "Uh-huh. Don't you want to go back to the room and take a shower?" "No need for that." "They have such a funny reaction every time I tease them," the sister thought, hiding a smile behind her hand. "By the way, little Loss, I heard you had a bit of a disagreement with the Duke of the Red Flame Dragon clan a few days ago, and his son got some people to bully Noah, but they ended up getting thrashed themselves. Then the Duke picked a fight with Leon, and Leon taught him a lesson. Haha, that dragon was too weak. He dropped to his knees from a single punch." "Our Noah is just amazing," the sister said, patting her on the head. "However, after that useless Duke returned, he went to their leader, Constantine, and caused a huge scene about it. What a pathetic man. Constantine. I remember him being described in the Dragon Clan books as a heroic figure who helped expand their territories in dragon history," Leon thought. "As you know, he's been very active lately in expanding his lands and might use this as an excuse to cause trouble, so be careful. If he really wants to attack my Silver Dragon Castle for the sake of a useless duke, then let me show the Red Flame Clan some proper order," Rossweiser thought sternly. Red Flame Dragon Castle, main city gates. The sister was saying goodbye to Rossweiser. "Be careful on your way back. All right, sister. See ya. This is a parting gift for you. Please open it when you get home." "Okay, thanks." She handed her a pink box. "You two should eat more meat, grow up fast, and come fly back to play with me again." "I'll eat lots. Okay." And finally, looking at Leon, she said, "Don't forget what you promised me." "I'll keep my word. Goodbye, Auntie. Have a safe trip." Rossweiser transformed into a dragon and flew off with her family. The sister returned to the castle. Hey, little dragons are so interesting. I wonder when they'll have another baby." She opened her door, but a trap was waiting for her. As soon as she opened it, a toy spider jumped out at her. That guy is so persistent about protecting his wife. Her sister must have found the surprise I left for her by now, right? He thought, sneezing. Rossweiser and her sister are worlds apart from the Dragon Kings I've seen before. Getting to know them, you realize they're actually friendly, peaceful, and family-oriented. You can really feel their love for their kin. "She actually entrusted her beloved sister to me," he muttered to himself. Before taking off, she had asked, "What did you promise my sister?" "Haha, curious? I'm not telling." "Why you?" Rossweiser said, annoyed. Rossweiser tucked the kids into bed. Leaving the room, she bumped into Leon. He said, "Hey, could you give me a live performance of what was in that video yesterday?" Leon's revenge plan for today. Use Rossweiser's dark history to tease her and ruin her sleep. "I love to bathe, scrub my tail, and blow bubbles," he said, mocking her. "Why you?" She practically flared up with rage. Her dark history didn't end there. Back at the castle, the sister had suggested something to Muen. "Let's go watch some other videos of Little Loss." "Let's go. I love to bathe to lift my mood. La la la," she was saying in the recording. "Scrub my tail and blow bubbles. La la la." "Honey, you've got the voice of a songbird," Leon laughed out loud. "Don't stop me. I'm going to destroy that thing." "Oh, no, you don't. I want to keep this as a family heirloom." In the end, it was fine. The sphere remained safe and sound. Back to the present. "Don't you have anything better to do, Leon?" she asked, narrowing her eyes menacingly. She put a hand on his shoulder, applying pressure. She was furious, and the consequences were about to be dire. "Should we pick up where we left off last night?" she said creepily. She was really mad. "Time to bolt. Stay right there." Leon tried to close the door, but she beat him to it, blocking his escape. "I'm giving you 10 minutes. Take a shower and get to my room. Teacher Rossweiser is going to give you a lesson tonight. This is what happens when you provoke me with my past." When she left the room, Leon started slapping his own lips, saying, "I should have kept my mouth shut." I didn't expect her to react that sharply, but it just proves that her embarrassing past works perfectly on her. He finished his thought with a grin. Instead, silly thoughts started creeping into his head. Even if the price for breaking through her defenses is a headache for me, it's a sacrifice I must make to overcome the dragon. It's fine, even if my body can't take it, he said, suddenly feeling dejected. The main thing is to make the queen of the silver dragons lose her cool. That is my duty? Meanwhile, she was humming a song while washing up in the shower. Just you wait, Rosweise. Outside, it was already the middle of the night, 10 minutes after Leon entered the room. Ow! Ow! Sounds like that drifted from the room. Don't be so rough, Rosweise. Call me Teacher Rosweise. Got it? She said, holding the end of the crop. Teacher, you're quite the actress for a dragoness. Impudent, she said, giving him a tap. You addressed me incorrectly again. It seems you don't understand your current situation, student Leon. This crop doesn't hurt much, but this is so awkward. I get it. The dragoness wants to mess with me through this role play. Rosweise plays the teacher, and I'm the naughty student making mistakes. If I want to end this game quickly, I have to completely submit. Do you know where you went wrong? She asked. Yes, I'm sorry. Teacher, I'll study hard from now on, listen to you, and stop making mistakes. Well then, are you ready to turn in your homework? Homework? What homework? He asked, surprised. You don't even know what home assignments you're supposed to do, and you still claim you want to study hard? Well, would you do me the honor of repeating it, Teacher Rosweise? I'm all ears. All right, I'll tell you one more time since I'm a merciful teacher. Tonight's homework is, she sat over him and whispered, make the dragon pattern awaken. If you mess up, the punishment will be even stricter. As if I ever said I couldn't do it. We've spent countless nights together. I know all the sensitive spots. The scene shifts briefly to Rosweise, opening the gift from her sister. Next time I'm taking the kids to the beach, she said, looking at the swimsuit her sister gave her. The scene shifts back to them. I've finished my homework. Is it all right? That was just the warm-up, she said with a smirk. Your real homework is still ahead. Seriously? Man, I knew this dragoness wouldn't let me off that easily. The great dragon slayer Leon was once again defeated by the dragoness. Sometime later. Finally, it's over, he thought. Teacher, I've turned in my homework. Can I leave the class now? You only passed one subject. There are 6 more left. Huh? He couldn't believe his ears. She only gave a villainous laugh in response. Teacher, you're obsessed with homework. Stop talking nonsense, Leon. Focus and get ready to do homework all night long. It promised to be a long and exhausting night. The next morning, only one thing was clear. She was fresh as a daisy. He looked like a walking ghost. Dark circles, weakness, a shaky gait. Leon had it all. Ha 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 ha, Daddy has circles under his eyes. Why do you look like you didn't sleep all night again? Oh, that. I stayed up late doing homework, he said, pointing at the bags under his eyes. Do adults have homework too? Yes, kids have theirs, and adults have their own, Rosweise said. I've discovered a super legit scheme, Moon said, raising her hand high. When Mommy's doing great, Daddy's super weak, and when Daddy's doing great, Mommy's super weak. Is that how it works? My dear daughter, you're so smart. It's so easy to see the truth that other people miss. If anyone says you're just a pretty face again, Daddy will step in and throw down with them immediately. A dragon arrived for Noah. Bye, Mom. Bye, Moon. Take care, sis. Please come back and play with me. I miss you when you're gone. Good luck with your studies. See you next weekend, Leon said. Noah was still feeling pretty shy around her father. I'm off. The beam lifting her up descended. Bye, sis. Bye, big dragon. Well, what should we do now that your sister's off to the academy? Dad's always weak, and Mom looks like she's worried about something, Moon thought. Since sis is gone, I'm going to make Dad work out and get stronger. Dad, let's go run some laps on the training grounds. Watching them, Rosweise thought, that sounds pretty interesting. I'll go keep an eye on them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Dad, why are we doing this? They were doing arm warm-ups. It's important to warm up before a workout. Stretching loosens the body, improves flexibility, and lowers the risk of getting injured while exercising. I get it. Don't forget about me, Rosweise said, pulling on gloves. She was already in her workout gear. Sweet, Mommy, you want to run with us too? That's right, Moon. Work hard, 'cause Mommy's not going to go easy on you. Yeah, I won't go easy on Mommy either. You sit at that desk all day and barely move, so try not to sprain an ankle. Remember our last sparring match? I won, by the way. Correction, that was an unfair fight. I didn't even use my full strength. If you disagree, let's go another round. Yeah, let's all fight together in the next round, Moon said excitedly. It's not right for kids to talk about battles and death all the time, Leon said, covering her mouth with his palm. Why? Can't Dad beat Mommy? How did she learn to thrash people at such a young age? Yeah, how is that possible? It's just that Daddy doesn't want to hurt Mommy, so he goes easy on her. You're as stubborn as ever. Why don't we compete and see who's faster at running? She drew a line with her tail. Bring it on. Who knows who will win in an endurance match? I won't lose either, Muin said. They were ready for the race. Ready, set, go. They all took off and Muin bolted into the lead. Doesn't that tail get in the way when you run? The tail helps keep my balance, which I'm sure you're jealous of. Can you show your tail? I don't even need a tail to beat you. After 2 laps, Muin collapsed on the ground, out of breath. I can't run anymore. Your Highness, you're already quite amazing. A maid approached her and handed her some juice. Let's cheer on Her Majesty and the Master from over here. The Silver Dragon Clan is a race with top-tier speed. I've got 0 advantage over her in a race. But since I'm already at the starting line, there's no turning back. Risking my reputation as a dragon slayer, I can't afford to lose to her here. 20 minutes later, Leon was lying on the ground gasping for air. Convinced yet? No way, I can't accept this. Still haven't realized it? Well then, get up and keep running. Give me 2 days to train. I'll definitely beat you. 2 days definitely won't be enough. I don't think even 2 years would do it. Who said I couldn't? So Mr. Leon, the defeated hero, are you ready to show what you've got? I love taking baths to stay healthy. If you hold a grudge, you'll definitely lose out. Thanks, I don't hold grudges, but I do have a long memory. Muin, Daddy's tuckered out, so Mommy will keep exercising with you. Okay, Mommy, wait for me. Daddy's health is so fragile, he needs to train more. Huh, after those words, he looked like he was about to crack like a porcelain doll. I'll have my day, don't underestimate your daddy. Daddy, open wide and say, ah, Muin said, bringing a spoon to his face. They were sitting at the table eating. Before he could even swallow his food, his body went limp and his head slumped onto the table. You're already old and weak, so don't push yourself in the future. This has got to be because of last night's homework. If I hadn't finished so late, you would have definitely gotten a piece of my mind today. Really? So you want to continue doing homework tonight then? What? It was like he suddenly got his strength back and stood up from the table. I already promised Muin I'd tell her a story tonight. Daddy, did that really happen? Well, something like that. Then don't stay up too late and get to bed early. I know, Mommy. Leon let out a sigh of relief. Walking down a dark hallway, Rossweiss said, come out. The headmaid, who had been given a mission, stepped out of the shadows. Your Majesty, she said, are there any updates? I found the house where Tiger Lawrence and his wife were hiding. However, they moved out over a year ago and are no longer within the Empire. Additionally, when they moved, they donated all their family property to an orphanage and gave their livestock to the neighbors except for... Except for what? Except for a donkey. The neighbors said the donkey was very precious to Tiger and that they took it with them when they left. Could this be the donkey Leon mentioned before? I see. Continue searching for Tiger's location and report back if there's any news. Yes, I must go now. Please excuse me. Leon's master. Why did he leave the Empire? A few days later. What? The question echoed throughout the entire castle. Family Sports Day? The Academy is planning to hold a Family Sports Day next week, Noah said. Sports Day? I participated in it back when I was a student at St. Hyde Academy, but parents didn't have to join back then. They say they've come up with something new this time. What place did Mommy take last year? Well, first place, of course. Wow, Mommy's just amazing. And what about Daddy? Me? I didn't get a rank. Why? Because I always had such a huge lead over second place that the Academy thought I was cheating and didn't include my points in the overall ranking. So, Daddy cheated? Leon gave Muin a flick on the forehead. Of course not. Later, the Academy secretly gave me the medal, which I melted down into a gold bracelet for your grandmother. But didn't you always value honor and championships? How did you end up melting down your medal? It's better not to have glory that you can't show off in public. So, are you planning to participate this year? Rossweiss asked. It's a family sporting event, an entertainment competition, and the results won't be counted toward grades, Noah said. But I also want to take first place. Noah's obsession with leadership is way stronger than that of other little dragons. She completely inherited her competitive spirit from Rossweiss and me. Let's participate together. Her parents supported Noah. Sis, I want to participate too, Muin said excitedly. Only a maximum of 3 people are allowed. Muin got upset. Muin can be in charge of cheering. With your support, Daddy, Mommy, and Sis will definitely get top scores. Awesome, I'll cheer for Daddy, Mommy, and Sis. With teamwork and the whole family, winning the sports competition won't be a problem. The training grounds. A special training session for next week's Family Sports Day. I've thought about this before, but that dragoness really can pull off any outfit. The kids aren't awake yet. How about we run a few laps to warm up? What kind of events will be in this sports competition? When I participated, there were 3 endurance events: running, high jump, long jump, and so on. They started running. Not much different from my sports day. Don't take this lightly. A sports day in the Dragon Clan isn't as simple as you think. Ha! It's us Dragon Slayers who aren't as simple as you think. Oh, really? A few days ago, someone ran a few laps, collapsed on the ground, and couldn't even get up. Because you made me do homework all night long. Yeah, he said indignantly. How about I give you a little motivation? If you take first place at the family sports day, you'll get a week off. For real? He asked with eyes full of hope. Yes. Perfect. The winner of the Academy sports day has to be from our family, Leon said, clenching his fist. Let's go, he shouted, bolting forward at full speed. What an effective little trick, Rosweisa thought with a smile. The warm-up was over. Leon sat on a bench, panting. Are all the joints and muscles in your body awake now? I'm not just awake. It feels like I've gained dragon strength. Well, this time the whole family will be participating, so there's a chance there will be events suited for that. She pulled a rope out of her backpack. Therefore, we don't just need to practice the basics of physical training, but also build mutual understanding. What are you doing with that rope? Wasn't the teacher roleplay enough for you, and now you've decided to tie me up? What on earth are you imagining? Have you never heard of a three-legged race? Yeah, I know it. I saw it before at the Dragon Slayer Academy. Glad to hear you know it. Let's start training with the most basic movement in pair running. They tied their legs together with the rope. She's so close, this is super awkward, Leon thought. Let's get this over with quickly. Why are you frozen? Let's go. You didn't even say where you were going. Let's head to that lawn. It won't hurt as much if you wipe out. Don't push me. You're the one pushing me, can't you see? Let me walk properly. Don't just hang there like dead weight. Ha, thanks. That's another joke for my morning collection. They took off and started running. Leon tripped and shouted as she dragged him along. Hold your horses! Ah! Do you even get what teamwork is? You're a big guy. Aren't you supposed to keep up with me? I'm not going to stand here and argue with you. How about this? I say 1, and we step with the outer leg. Then on 2, we step with the tied legs, okay? Got it. He grabbed her by the waist and pulled her close. She stammered, blushing. This way we can close the gap and make moving easier, he replied. They started moving. The understanding between the dragon and the human slowly improved. Rosweisa introduced special training for Leon, like 500 push-ups every day to boost his physical strength. You're just enjoying this, he said as she sat on his back while he pushed up, whenever Leon got tired and was ready to call it quits. Keep going, or you'll have to kiss me. No way. Definitely not. She'd lie down in front of him and cheer him on. And just like that, the 500 push-ups were done. Time flew by, and Family Sports Day arrived at St. Hyde Academy. The stands were packed with people. The first Family Sports Day at St. Hyde Academy is officially starting, the deputy director announced. Mommy, Daddy, Sis, go for it. Muin and the maid were acting as cheerleaders. Hello, everyone. It's your commentator, whom you know very well, Little Lo. Today I'll be calling the play-by-play for the competition. Round 1, the relay race. Each family will field 3 dragons, including an academy student. The total distance is 3,000 meters. Everyone runs 1,000 meters, and the family with the fastest time wins. Number distribution. Those who have received their tags, please pin them to the front and head to your starting points, an official said. So Mom goes first, I'm second. You'll be third, okay? Did she almost just call me Dad? I want to hear that again. The relay is about to start. My starting position is here. You two should head out. Noah, don't be nervous. Mommy's going to smoke everyone and hand you the baton first. Second leg runners, please line up here. I'll be waiting for you. Be careful and don't trip. Gonna give your old man some support? They bumped fists. The family relay begins. First leg participants, please take your marks on the starting line. Ready, set, go. Rosweisa bolted into the lead from the very first second. Look at that. Participant number 7 from the Silver Dragon Clan has carved out an edge right from the start, leaving the competition in the dust. Whoa! Someone's already catching up. It's participant number 10 from the Electric Dragon Clan. So someone really can match Rosweisa's speed. Of course. It's not just your Silver Dragon Clan that's top tier in speed, a man behind them said. The Electric Dragon Clan. Those mangy mutts might not be much in a fight, but they're experts at running and often use tricks to deceive people on the battlefield. Check it out. Participant number 10 has overtaken participant number 7. She's leading by just a few meters. One from the Silver Dragon Clan, the other from the Electric Dragon Clan. Both clans have a massive speed advantage. Who do you think will take the first leg? Ho ho ho. You can never be sure until the very last second, said Duncan, the chairman of the Family Sports Day competition. Even though this is just for fun, the racial differences between the dragon clans are still plain to see. My wife is out in front, so I don't even need to watch the rest. The outcome is obvious. Your wife is incredible. You got that right. My wife is stunning. But, something's definitely not right here, the man thought. My wife is just way too amazing, Leon said. Rosweiss surged forward, overtaking her. Where did she get that kind of explosive power? Air resistance is a real pain when you're leading, right? I'm catching up, but I just can't match her pace. Oh, participant number 7, Rosweiss, used her opponent to draft and save her stamina, then made a final dash in the last 100 meters. The first baton was handed off. Noah took off. Participant number 10 also made the handoff. Can participant number 1, Din, keep up with participant number 8, Noah? Back to the relay. The second leg runners have started their run. Right now, participant number 8, Noah, and participant number 11, Din, have pulled ahead. See ya, short legs, the boy said as he passed her. I definitely can't widen the gap between us. Din has an edge over Noah due to age and height. Do you think Noah will fall behind because of that? You never know, until the very end. And there they are! The 2 participants just came around the final turn and are ready to kick it into high gear. The 2 dragons are neck and neck, and neither one is backing down. Who's gonna make the handoff first? Din made the handoff just a bit faster. Noah managed a smooth transition too. Mom, I'm sorry, I lost the lead you gave me. Noah, you did great. Your opponent is older and physically stronger. Let's head to the finish line and cheer for your dad. Watch out, I'm about to leave you 5 seconds in the dust, his opponent said. He laughed loudly and bolted forward. Don't underestimate my craving for a vacation, shrimp. Oh, the competition is heating up. Number 12, Gordon, and number 9, Leon, are accelerating. Who will take the win? You never know until the very last second. Go for it, Daddy, you can do it, Noah shouted. Since Noah is calling me Daddy, there's no way I can lose. If this keeps up, he's gonna pass me, his opponent thought. They were already side by side. Since it's come to this, I'm gonna make you suffer a little. If you're gonna play dirty, don't blame me later. Leon pulled ahead of him. Oh no, Gordon wiped out right before the finish line. Participant Leon is the first to cross the finish line. Congratulations to the Melkway family on winning the relay race. What was that you were shouting just now, huh? He asked, picking Noah up. Daddy, that sounds nice. Keep it up. Let's talk about it more after we take first place in the whole competition. Are you okay? Rosweiss asked. Yeah, Leon replied. I want to report him. He cheated at the end and threw sand in my face. That's a major foul. Huh? Look who's talking, Leon said indignantly. This guy tried to pull a sneak attack on me during the race. As proof, look at the scorch mark from an electric current on my shoulder. I was so scared that I bolted forward to save my life. I might have accidentally kicked up some dust, but can I really be blamed for that? Well, let's settle this right now, an official said. My husband was hurt because of him. Why are you still trying to investigate this? What happened? A voice said behind them. Patriarch. Before them stood Sewell, the leader of the Electric Dragon Clan and chairman of the arbitration committee. Is this old guy also from the Electric Dragon Clan? Yep. Heh. Since we're from the same clan, the leader is definitely going to take our side. I understand the situation. I just reviewed the full footage with the other judges. There is solid proof that Gordon, number 12, committed a foul. According to the rules, your family is disqualified from the upcoming events and all current results are voided. The family was in total shock. I am deeply sorry that my people caused trouble for your family, Melkway. I hope you'll discipline your people properly, Mr. Saul. Luckily, my husband kept his head and didn't get hurt. If he had been injured, an apology wouldn't have cut it. I understand. I will take care of their education upon my return. Oh, wifey, you're so generous. Usually, unless they're as arrogant as that dimwit from the Red Flame clan, dragons should really come over and apologize to me. Wait, since when am I your wifey? Don't call me that so casually. Ha, I was just giving you a compliment. The family relay has concluded. Now, let's switch cameras to cover some of the other events. The scoring for this round is based on the family's total points. Jumping competition, plus 50. The points earned by participating family members are added up to form the overall score. Pair running, plus 50 points. Points can be earned in every competition. The longer your activity list, the more points you can rack up. Q&A competition, plus 25 points. Once all events are over, the top 3 families with the most points will receive awesome gifts from the Academy. Family dinner competition, plus 50. Welcome to the final stage of the pair race, called Cooking with Love. The rules for this stage are simple. You need to prepare a dish for a family dinner with love. The type of dish is determined by drawing lots. Cooking time is 1 hour. Afterward, the results will be judged. According to the rules, you are not allowed to untie your legs while you cook. May this love be passed on to everyone through the connecting thread. Please let it be something easy, please, Leon said, reaching into the box. They pulled a slip for cream puffs. Do you know how to make these? Nope. We will provide the cooking steps. All right, let's get to work. The ingredients and aprons were ready. Pour the milk into a small saucepan, add the butter. Give me the butter. Here. Our royal balloon battle has reached its climax. Only 4 people are left on the field. It's 2 from the Claw Dragon clan, 1 from the Ice Dragon clan, and another one from the Silver Dragon clan. Hey, give it up. For some reason, 3 dragons had come to a silent agreement and surrounded the contestant Noah from the Silver Dragon clan. Standing face to face against 3 dragons. Will little Noah be able to break through? Noah slipped under them and popped their water balloons. She kept running and popped another balloon. And the winner is Noah Melkway. Even though she's the youngest student in the Dragon Division, that didn't stop her from easily handling 3 opponents. Haha, great job. I knew Noah could do it. Well, obviously. Did you forget whose daughter she is? Rossweiss said with a laugh. Wait, you've got something on your face. What? Where? My goodness, what a wonderful couple, the commentator said. Even in the heat of competition, they looked out for each other. This is the Melkway family from the Silver Dragon clan. A real family dish shouldn't just be skillfully prepared with the best ingredients, it should be filled with the care and love of the family members. I'm looking forward to their results. Let's give a round of applause for this model couple representing the Dragon clan. They appeared on the screens, waving awkwardly. What dragon do I have to slay to make this sports day end sooner? I suggest everyone here, they whispered to each other. A bit later, the cream puffs were ready. You could tell they turned out very close to the original. Whoa, the judges exclaimed in surprise. Here are the cream puffs. Please enjoy, judges. The dessert looks excellent. It has a crispy, appetizing crust and soft, delicate cream inside, the deputy director said. I take it this is a common practice for you, right? After his question, Rossweiss gave Leon a little nudge with her arm, hinting at the obvious answer. Exactly. My wife and I often make desserts at home. She loves cream puffs and enjoys baking them, Leon said awkwardly. On that delicious note, we conclude this retelling. If you're interested in the continuation, let us know. Also, rate this manhwa on a scale of 1 to 10.